I don't know why my screen is black. I have no idea why my screen is black. I have no idea why my screen is black. And I'm about to stop and come back in. I don't know why my screen is black. I have no idea what's going on my screen, though. I see myself on stream, y'all, but I don't see myself on my other picture. I have no idea what the fuck is going on with this. It's a blackout, yo. It's a blackout. It's a blackout. Let me leave. Now I got to go to my mic and cam setup to make sure everything's still set up. This is starting to get a little annoying. So let me see if I can hear. Yep. All right, let me start this over a little bit. My bad. I don't know what's gonna happen on that. Now I can start it over. I don't know what happened. But fuck it. Fresh is crazy with this Samoa shit. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to Samoa, man. What's good, family? Hit the like button, hit the share button. Let me stop that. Let me stop that. Let me stop that. Yo, what's really good, University of Miami Hurricane football fans? Your boy Alonzo 1219, aka Harlem Hurricanes, back in the motherfucking building like none other. And first off, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, checking your boy out, sticking with me. Appreciate everybody who tuned in last night. I do have a little bit of news before we get into recruiting. I do have a little bit of news of who may be our next offensive coordinator. I The guy that may be our next offensive coordinator, I can't pronounce. I'll make sure I pronounce his name right. His name is Alex Golish, however the fuck you pronounce his name. Alex Golish. Right now, he's the current offensive coordinator at the University of Tennessee. And from my understanding, Miami's making a hard push for him to be the next OC for the University of Miami. So keep your eyes and ears open for that one. But definitely that's what I'm hearing. Who they're looking for as the new offensive coordinator for the University of Miami. So hey, a little bit of news that you know what I'm saying, that it's floating out there a little bit, but you know what I'm saying, not knowing how much is floating out there. So I figured I'd give you guys that little tidbit right there. Um, Now I want to get to um, first off, I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for this right here because I flat out told everybody that I felt like we could get a top 20 recruiting class when we was 65th. So I think we could get a top 20 recruiting class. Everybody called me crazy. I said, man, ain't no way. Ain't no way. The season was over. We had just hired Mario, and we were rated like 63rd or 65th in the nation. And from my understanding, is Alex Goulash. He's the Alex. See, I'm gonna spell his last name. Um, Golesh. He's the offensive coordinator at Tennessee. Um, so that's from my understanding who may be the next offensive coordinator at the University of Miami. Now, I told everybody I felt like we could end up with the top 20 recruiting class. Right now, by 247 Sports, we are rated number 15 as of right now. Trevante Citizen, Chris Garvins, Markeith Williams, Isaiah Horton, Jordan Harris, Ahmad Morton, Inez Cooper, Matthew McCoy. All right. And transfers are Logan. So I can't pronounce. I thought it was Hurricane Logan. Logan is something from Oregon. Um, Antonio, I can't pronounce his last name, from FAU. Henry Parrish from Ole Miss. Frank Ladison from Clemson, and Jake Listens, whatever, from University of Southern California. So right now we have the top 15 recruiting class in the nation. I thought we would finish with a top 20. So as of right now, I think I need to give myself a pat on the back because I think people were doubting. I think we were rated like 65th when I made that. I felt like we could finish in the top 15. I mean top 20. So right now we're at 15. Now I'm going to get to the Shamar to the Shamar situation real quick, like because I have to give it to Fresh 3542. Fresh has been on this shit all day long. I was over in T2 Watch Chat. Um, Fresh was over there killing it. I mean, he want to know what the fuck happened with Shamar. Only thing I can tell you is the man made the best decision for himself and his family. I have no idea what go. That's why it's so hard for me to follow recruiting because I don't want to get my hopes up high for a young man, and this is the most difficult decision in his life. You know what I'm saying? Whether he left because of more money being offered by Texas A&M, whether he left because he wanted to get out of Miami, no matter what his reason for leaving, I can't get on a young man for deciding to make the best decision for himself and his family, no matter what it is. I could tell you this right now: if Texas A&M was to hire me as a YouTuber and say we're going to pay you $100,000 a year guaranteed if you do our videos, I love the University of Miami. I would haul ass in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 44. I'm 46 years old. I'm going to take that bag. So I can't get if they offer him more money. I can't get upset for the young man taking that bag. It's just I just can't do that. I'm not going to kill kids for making grown up decisions and having to get that money. This is what happens. This is what they have to do. What we have to do is be happy with the players that we have and support the players that are on the roster, and hopefully not kill the kids that are on the roster if they don't perform the way we feel like they should perform within the first year or two. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely pleased with the recruiting class that we have. Um, and like I said, the defensive coordinator, I'm definitely excited about that. Pull that down a little bit. I'm excited about that as well. Um, I feel like we got a lot of guys in the trench. We got a lot of trench guys. We got some guys that's gonna work hard up front. And I feel like we're gonna have a I feel like we have a class. We have players already here that needs to be coached up, and we have a class coming in that's going to be a really good recruiting class. Especially from where we were. No one thought we would finish. I kept hearing, maybe the 30s, mid 20s, but you know what I'm saying. No one thought we would finish, but we finished that. We were finishing that, and there's still other guys that may come in. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm okay. Well, I'm okay with with the recruiting class. I'm actually pretty ecstatic with the recruiting class and the guys that we have. You know what I'm saying? I'm ecstatic with that because, like I said, um, we weren't expecting. Most of us weren't expecting to get this type of class. Not just that, man. Next man up mentality. Who we have is who we need to build around and get these kids ready. But this show isn't about me, man. This show isn't about me. This show is about um how you guys feel about the recruits. You know what I'm saying? If you can, please hit the like button. Um, if you can, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe and share the channel. But this is not about me, so I'm opening a chat room up early tonight. This is about you guys. You guys telling me what you guys think. So I just put the stream key in the chat for you guys to come in and you guys tell me what you guys think. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about the recruits? What recruits you think will be the biggest impact player for the next 2 to 3 to 4 years at University of Miami? Who do you feel like is going to be that top dog in this recruiting class? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic with the recruiting class. Um, and no one thought we would get Trevante Citizen. Like no one really thought he was even a possibility. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to get that kid is definitely we needed a running back. We definitely needed a running back in this class. We needed a running back in this class. We were definitely not big on running back. So to get Trevante is definitely to me a huge get. Um, got against the grain coming in. You know what I'm saying? Against the grain was good with you, bro.
What's good, bro?
And I remember when I said that I thought we would finish in the top 20.
Hey, but if you remember, man, a couple months ago when we was talking and everybody was like, we don't have the talent to compete. We brought the numbers up and we said, man, Miami is a top 15 recruiting class year after year after year.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. It didn't matter. It ain't really matter how far they was down because you put a push on the right kids, man, and you gonna get them. It ain't really about how much time you need and all of that.
Not just that, I think we're either number one or number two in quality of recruits as well.
Yeah. We over 90. I think Florida State had like when I checked, they had like 19 commits. They might have been at like 86 or some shit. I think Florida was probably at like 89, and we was well over 90, and we had less commits. So that's quality over quantity.
Exactly. I think we only got 13 or 14 commits from somewhere around
I know it went up. It was like 12, and we had a couple. I want to say we had probably like 16.
16, yeah, okay. And I mean, and we would still have opportunity. I think, from my understanding, Mario wants to get 22 in this cycle.
Yeah, he gonna probably get a couple more portal guys. We got another guy. We just missed on the tackle from Washington, Dave Auli. He picked Oregon, but Josh Connolly, he from up that way too, I think, and he's not signing until March. So that's another 4-star that we got potentially on that we can have in the class.
And that'll put you in the top 10 easily.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
I think 4 or 5 3-stars will put you in the top 10. Like seriously.
Yeah, I think from where we over Florida and Florida State right now. That's with the who was the kid that just committed, man? Not Cooper, it was McCoy. We got the tackle McCoy, and that pushed us over both of them, and we had like 10 commits or some shit. So
your impact commit for right now, the guys on the roster right now, who do you think? If you had to pick
this one, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be it's Wesley. It's Wesley. That's the logical answer, but I gotta be biased, man. That Citizen kid, he from my city. So like we don't get a whole lot of when he announced his top 4 and I saw Florida, LSU, I didn't even really care. Like I wanted him at Miami, but I was like, man, our kids don't really get that opportunity to go like play at them big schools like that. So I was all in wherever he was going regardless. But when we signed him, it's like the whole running back room kind of changed. Because in my opinion, it was Knighton and Chaney was your 1A, 1B. But then you brought in Henry Parrish, and we don't really know how healthy Don Chaney could be. So Henry Parrish, you got something that's tested there. He's durable. He's probably not as big, but he's gonna get you some yards, man. He played SEC ball. But with Citizen coming in, I think Citizen just I don't want to say it like this because I don't like to give no kid that ain't even strapped up yet, a position. But I think he passed up Thad Franklin and Cody Brown just off of sheer athleticism. Like Thad Brown is a good back, he's a hammer, but I don't think he fits in today's like offensive running schemes. He's more of a downhill. I don't think he like outside zone back. He more like in between the tackle. But since then he do it all, man.
Can you guys hear me better now? I turned my mic up. Because I've listened to some of my videos, my mic has been too loud. Can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah, I got
you. Yeah, I was hearing some of the guys in chat saying I had turned my mic down because I was listening to some chats with my mic.
Yeah. That's my two though. I mean, we when you look at that class average, bro, it's hard to say who's gonna be a day one player or who is an impact player. Cause shit, when you got a overall 90, bro, damn near anybody can come in and be an impact player. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of kids that got a lot of upside. Like that Harris kid, that cornerback, we got him kind of late. And if you watch his film, man, he got the body type to play that corner position, and he got the athleticism. Yeah. I don't think he have enough film, or he didn't go to enough camps or something. That's why he wasn't like highly rated. He kind of flew under the radar.
Give me your number one, your defense and offensive guys, the impact players you think.
Impact, man, is Wesley. Wesley is probably your number one overall. You know what I'm saying? He probably like your pound for pound most important recruit. It's hard to say. I mean, Najee Kelly, he might blossom to be better than Wesley will, like in the long run. But for right now, day one impact is probably Wesley, man. And on offense, shit. I mean, the cheap pick would be to say Ja'Cory Brown, but we probably not gonna see him for 2 years. I like the Horton kid, man, out of Tennessee, the wide receiver. I like his size, and with us losing Rambo, we brought in Frank Lasson, but he gonna have some time to adjust. I like to see that Horton kid get in there and do some things.
I like the kid from Clemson as well.
Yeah, Frank Lasson. Yeah. See, a lot of people they try to discredit him because of the injuries. Oh, he was always hurt at Clemson. In college football these days, man, you don't need but one season. Don Chaney could be hurt his freshman year, he could be hurt his sophomore year. He come back that junior year and stay healthy, bro. He's gonna hit the draft, and he's gonna get drafted.
We also don't know what was behind those injuries, or was he really always hurt? Clemson had a lot of talent too. With
they did, bro. They did, and that's what you look at the numbers, and it's like, oh, he only put up such and such, bro. But you playing behind Justin Ross, you playing behind T. Higgins, you playing behind Amari Rodgers. You know, like it's gonna be hard to put up numbers in that offense, especially with Travis Etienne having as many receptions as he did.
I'm putting this string. Like I said, this chat is not for me tonight, man. This chat is for you. So I'm putting the stream key in there. If you want to come in, yo, come talk your shit, man. Because like I said, this is about the fans right now, man. Like when football season come in, you know what I'm saying? I really enjoy talking football. But this right here,
bro. This definitely a shit talking day too. This the day of any day for you to pop your shit, because we heard it for months and months that, you know, oh, y'all recruiting class in the 50s. Man, we blew past them dudes.
Like I said, it's crazy. It's funny because, like I said, and I was saying it for so long. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you guys, like, there is no way. Like I just felt like there was no way when we was at 65th. I'm sitting there like, there's no way on fucking earth that we're gonna stay there. There's no way on earth we're gonna stay in those 30s. It's just no fucking way. Miami recruits itself, and then when you bring a guy in like Mario, who knows how to recruit and who's boots on the ground, and I just like there was no. I felt like top 20 was. I felt like top 20 was doable. I didn't think it was gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like it was gonna be easy, like we just gonna walk into it. But I felt like if we put the work in, it was doable. And right now it's doable. You know what I'm saying? Right now we're there. You know what I'm saying? We could slip and fall out of it if other teams, you know what I'm saying, get some recruits. But right now, hey, we on the we on a roll right now. Hurricane Logan, man. When Coach Cristobal mentioned, he said Logan today. I was like, damn, they don't recruited Hurricane Logan to Miami. They don't recruited Hurricane Logan. Hurricane, I don't know what position he was going to play, but all I heard was Logan.
Nah, that dude looked like he ate Logan, the one you talking about.
Yeah, I was like, he said Logan. I was like, oh shit. I was in the T2 watch the other day, and I was like, oh shit, Hurricane Logan assigned with University of Miami. You're gonna take him over there.
Man, I just seen a video of that boy. He was deadlifting 700 pounds. That offensive line, Oregon, that we got to transfer, Logan. I think Sagapolu or something.
Yeah, that dude's a beast. That dude's
I mean,
like I said, we needed trench guys. I like what some of the things Mario said in his press conference today about the trenches and about how important it is to not just have trench guys but be deep. And my thing is I think we have to get out of that mindset of everybody who comes in has to be a superstar. You know what I'm saying? No, everybody who plays, you have to have at least two superstars on the defensive front. But everybody else who comes in has to be pit bulls. Like they have to be, their heart has to outweigh their talent, and that's how you win ball games. And not just that, if you have you have 8 guys up front that you know for a fact, at least 6 or 7 of them can start something at most schools, and you know that the rotation is you can continue to rotate to where they don't get tired. That's when you see guys overachieve, because that's when you put them on offensive linemen that are tired. and you continue to get that. You send that wave at them. You send that wave at these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? And I like the trench. You know what I'm saying? Getting it from the trenches. What's going on, Coach? I'm gonna try to get you in if you want to jump in. But I like that part of getting those guys. You know what I'm saying, in the trenches, because we can get all the receivers we want. We can get all the running backs we want. We can run all the schemes that we want to run. But if we don't have the right guys in the trenches, we're gonna stay that we can become a top 10 team, but you're gonna stay around that 6-10 ratio. You're not gonna get in the playoffs without being dominant up front. It's just not gonna happen. You have to be dominant up front. So I'm happy
that's go ahead.
You got that.
No, I was gonna say that's Mario and Miraball's specialty, and what I like about Mario, what I'm picking up on, is everything is a process and it's a system with him. It's not I'm gonna just go into this with some emotion, or if I like this kid, I'm gonna just throw all of my resources, send all of my coaches at him, and then you don't get him. So like when Mario first got announced as the Miami coach, he swung for the fences. He had a couple guys like 5-star linemen out of Texas. He had another one that was like a 3-star, but he was super underrated. They ended up going to Texas, but he still stuck to the process and filtered down, the guys that I'm looking for. And that's how you end up with a Nez Cooper, bro, 6'6", 350 or some shit like that. Yeah. That's how you end up with the McCoy kid who's big just like him. So it's not like he struck out on them 5-star guys and was just like, oh, I'm just gonna get something from the portal. He still stuck to. I think his recruiting system and his recruiting process is the same thing as him finding coaches, and he's not gonna rush or settle to put a body in place. He's gonna make sure he got the right body.
Now I have a question. Zo, do you think Mario can get 4 more 5-stars in 2020? 4 more 5-stars in 2020. I'm gonna tell you like this here, man. I can't look at 2023 or 2022, but I can say this right here: winning cures everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Your play on the field, not just Mario, and I'm gonna keep re-emphasizing this, man. Winning and a culture from the fan base that supports.
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta fix my mic.
I hear you. Not just winning, but a culture from the fan base of showing support for the team. So we like the players that we get. Now I know this is a dead wood. I beat this all the time, but now we got to get our ass in the stands and show support for the team. You know what I'm saying? This is what we have to do, because between coaching, winning, and fan base, that's what's gonna. I don't think fans understand how big of a recruiting tool they are. You're a huge part of that. So if we win, yes, we're going to get recruits. We got a top 15 recruiting class with a horrible season, with a fan base that doesn't go to games. So yes, I feel like he can get there. But today's college football is not like it was back in the days where kids want to play in front of empty stadiums. That's not how it is anymore. So you got these kids staying home. You have these kids staying home. Now it's time for us as fans, us as adults, to show that we want them there. We can't just say Miami's an NFL city and then get mad when Shamar goes to Texas. A&M, the 12th man, whether or not they paid him or not, all college teams pay. You know what I'm saying? But you have to look at the upside of how exciting it is to play in front of a full stadium. And that Texas A&M stadium, that shit rocks like none other. Like, that's one of the loudest stadiums in College Station. It's College Station, right? That's the name of the station, right? Yeah. That's one of the loudest stadiums in college football. And the fans truly support this. You got asshole fans out there, but at the same time, like I said, we can't use the excuses anymore of, you know what I'm saying? We can't use the excuses of we don't have the facility, we need an on-campus stadium. No, if that comes, we support it. But right now, it's time to get behind the coaching staff and these kids and support that. What's going on, Hurricane Logan?
What's up, man? I'm happy. I'm happy and proud of the staff that we have and the recruits that we brought in, dude. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm ready for the season to start. Well, not really. I do want to enjoy my summer. I want to enjoy my summer vacation. I think this might be the first year I don't buy season tickets. I don't know if I'm going to get season tickets this year because financing, traveling as much as I do, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can afford to do it this year, to be honest with you.
So I've been struggling to get the games being up in Colorado, but now that I'm in Texas, I'm about an hour away from Texas A&M, so I'm going to go to the Texas A&M game. I'm going to buy tickets and go try and meet up with some people that I haven't met before, but I've been good friends with on social media and try to go to the game and enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll go to some close games, you know what I'm saying, here. But I don't know if I like the Clemson game. I may go to the Clemson game. Whatever games are up this way. But I still haven't put my order in for season tickets, and they've called me a couple of times, and I'm saying I hold off right now. But it depends on how things work, whether or not I get my season ticket this year, because I didn't go to a game the last 2 years. I just gave them all away. I can't afford to do that again this year. You know what I'm saying? Kenny, what's good with you? I want a battle. I said, hey, yo. What's good, man? We ain't got no value from you. We ain't got no value.
Yo, CWO shit. CWO shit.
What's good with you, bro? What's going on with your family?
I'm out here.
Y'all smash that like button and share the channel out. How you feel about what we did today, man?
Oh, I'm Gucci. I'm a top 15 class. I'm Gucci. Considering where we were a little while ago.
Oh yeah.
Shit, me. I'm just happy that it just looked like point of attack. We're gonna be back tough. You know what I'm saying? So with A Moat and little brother and already Kelly and Moss running around there, we're gonna be solid in the trenches. And then just looking at some of them old line recruits, bro, it just looks different, bro. Like just the total mass of these people and the pedigree, it just looks different, bro.
Hey, bro, look, not to cut you off, I'm gonna piggyback off what you're saying. So we got two 3-star linemen today, and we had a 3-star lineman that was committed, and he flipped to Ole Miss. Look at the difference in them players. From the 3-star offensive lineman that was committed to Manny Diaz and the 3-star that's committed to Cristobal, bro. Two completely different players. One never even played football before. You know what I'm saying? Dude was a basketball player. He like 250, bro, 260 or something like that. So they're like, oh, he athletic. We just got to put some weight on him, man. That was gonna be a long ass process of Manny.
It was always a process, always a project, and not knowing what you want. And that's the difference with Cristobal. Cristobal knows those trenches. He knows what it takes. And I like what he said. You know what I'm saying? He said the way we did it at Alabama, that kind of brought loose folks to it. You know what I'm saying? Because that philosophy is still in them. And if you look at the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator that we hired yesterday, you know, he coached 4 years at Auburn. He coached, I think, he had 2 stints at Alabama. He coached at LSU. He coached at Pittsburgh. He coached linebacker too. He coached linebacker. He coached at Nebraska. And he's 63 years old, and he understands the game. He's a grown ass man who understands what people want in the trenches. He understands that. You know what I'm saying? And the schools that he coached at, he has a huge pedigree in the SEC. And no matter what we say, how we feel, to get coaches like that with huge pedigrees in the SEC, who your crush? Oh Lord have mercy. Fresh, don't
yeah, bro. I just thought that bro tripping. It's all
hold on. What is going on? That's a woman?
That's listen here, man. Don't, if y'all pay attention to Fresh, y'all gonna get killed tonight, okay? He gonna work everybody. I don't know who he's talking about.
I don't even want to know who he's talking about.
Listen to me. He usually go off on. He usually get Ariel. He have Ariel going crazy.
As long as that's a woman, man, stop playing.
If that's a man, I'm leaving right now.
If y'all let Fresh,
man, we don't discriminate, man. Whatever you own is what you own, bro. That shit it just threw me for a loop when I saw it.
You got to pick this up on your ass back.
Hey, Fresh, who your crush tonight?
Yeah, man. Hey, you and your boyfriend show up to the Canes games, bro, and chill louder than everybody. I could give a
Uh,
fuck.
all right. On some real shit though. I love I love the defense coordinator hire,
I
and
do too.
I didn't think that I would. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know when it was when somebody when 786 texted me yesterday said go live real quick like because they about to break it. Said go live real quick like because they are about to break it, so you better go ahead and go live. And this was right before it got announced. So I went ahead and went live. I didn't. It took me forever to figure out while I'm live. I'm googling like who this dude is, who Kevin Steele is. I'm like, okay, okay. And I'm looking at his pedigree. I'm like, and pedigree means a lot. Like pedigree means a lot. Like when he's been around coaching a long time.
Bro,
And
this guy made 2.6 as the coordinator 1 year, bro. That just speaks to high level of coaching he is, bro.
and what I like about hiring a guy like him is he's not a stopgap guy. He's 63 years old, man.
Yeah,
He's not a stopgap guy. My thing is you don't when you getting older as a coach, that doesn't make you worse. You get better. Now as a head coach, it can make you worse sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because all of that is you controlling everything. But him just controlling the defense, being two stints in NFL, and like I say, an SEC, basically an SEC guy, and he had the number. He took a defense from at Auburn that was ranked like 60th in the country to a like 11th rated defense in his first year
shit.
and kept him.
I think they was like top 20 the 5 years he was there.
Yeah, I mean, you get Miami top 20. It's hard to be top 20. You got
Hell
people
yeah.
I mean, like you stay in the top 20. That's national championship contention.
I just think that the toughness is gonna be back, bro.
Yeah.
I just love the coach that's steady, bro. That don't look like the player is more important than him in the scenario. Like what he teaching them, like they gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain coaches just look like when if the player don't get it, he get frustrated with him and oh fuck it. Like this guy is not gonna stop until you get to where he needs you to get to, bro.
Yeah.
So
And
he just
I think that come with age too. With
facts.
that age, a lot of people try to use that as like to discredit him or he old. You know, if you got somebody like Kevin Steele, bro, that's why you have recruiting departments.
Yeah.
That's why you have somebody like Mario Cristobal that can a cleaner. You know what I'm saying? He go in, he can recruit any position just because he understand the game. So if you can bring Steele to players, bro, he's gonna give you the scheme.
And as you know from just like I said, I just started looking them up yesterday. Everybody say, what scheme are we gonna run?
Yeah.
Multiple.
The scheme that we're gonna run
Multiple.
is a scheme. It's a scheme that is best. It's a scheme that is best fit for our. I'm gonna let y'all take it for a second. Hold on for me. Y'all, I'm gonna mute myself and let y'all take
What
it.
did he run when he lost to LSU by 3 when LSU had the 2019 run? He ran a 3.27 or some shit.
Nah, it was a
Oh, man.
317, I think they said, or
Yeah,
some shit.
3.17. There you go.
He had
It
like
just goes to speak. He's
four
multiple,
safeties
man.
on the
And when
field.
you look at who we got in the secondary with Cam Kitchens, Avante Williams, both Williams, he gonna sit there and get those guys on the field.
That's not a full defense though. That's more or less like a package that you throw every now and again. I think his what they said his base defense is a
4-3.
4-2-5.
Yeah,
It's 4-2-5 because him and Gary Patterson, I think they said that's who they give the credit to like building the 4-2-5 defense is him and Gary Patterson that was at TCU.
yeah.
Yeah, because that striker thing, it didn't do a thing for us, bro. Not
Yeah.
one thing, bro.
Can I ask you a
Except
question?
wasted a couple
Well, I
of
mean, really,
players.
if you look at it, bro, that's all the striker position is. It's just another position in a 4-2-5. You
Yeah.
got 4 down linemen, you got 2 linebackers and 5 DBs. It just so happened that one of them 5 DBs is like a hybrid linebacker / safety for us.
Key note is one of them. We had 2 of them running around there that was pretty much too small to run around the field. One should still be a safety, but I mean, he kind of made him into a linebacker, and he's not even big enough to be a linebacker at this point. Like I was speaking on T2 show a couple minutes ago, just saying how that guy is not the kid that actually played for the Cardinals right now, Isaiah Simmons. Like if you had that guy, that striker position is fire.
Yeah.
But bro, we got, you know what I'm saying, dudes who ain't never played linebacker before or never ever kind of got into the box like that before, and they small. Then the D line wasn't catching on. So
our players in the best position from the line, the linebackers, and the secondary. I feel like this defensive coach is going to put our guys in the best situation, which you haven't had in a while.
That's where the experience come in. I got a question. Miami has to get past Clemson, SEC team to get through to the West, then GA. I would say Miami hits the playoffs first. Listen, Miami has to get past Miami.
Yeah.
Miami has to get past Miami. I'm gonna say this, and like I say, the reason why college football is exciting when Miami is good is because the level of talent that's in that area. The level of talent that's in that area is the best talent in the nation. So Miami has to get past Miami. And Miami get Miami talent, and Miami get the players from the best players out of Miami, and then go get a few other players from around the country. Miami doesn't have to worry about other teams. Other teams have to worry about Miami. Other teams need to be afraid of Miami, not vice versa. The only team that we mentioned, the only team that you mentioned to me that doesn't have to worry about coming to Miami and take talent is Georgia. It's because of Atlanta. And Atlanta talent is just as good as any talent in the nation. So they don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, going outside of Georgia really to get their main talent. The same thing as Miami. But Miami has to worry about Miami. Miami doesn't have to worry about any other school. We have to get the right coaches. If we get the right coaches in play, we get the right, not just offense coordinator, defense coordinator, but strength and conditioning coaches, defensive line coaches, what's the name coach? The graduate assistant coaches, the graduate assistant coaches. You get a tree of coaches that understand what it takes to win football, and we can get those players. And I'm gonna say this again: get the fans in the fucking stands. The University of Miami has to worry about no other team but Miami, and that's been throughout since football is spread open.
We got to get out of that loser.
I got a question for y'all. Did you hear about the leak from the Texas OC? The OC and tight ends coach from Texas, or not Texas, Tennessee. What do you guys think?
I ought to put that out.
Dog got a beer belly, man.
Okay, my bad. I wasn't here, so my fault.
Dog got a beer belly, man. He look like he having fun, man. That's Mike Leach about 10 years ago, man. From the way bro look.
Shit, look at Andy Reid. Andy Reid ain't missing no meals.
Exactly. So
they say, but you look at his offense. He could put points on the board.
Yeah, I like him.
I understand that that's going to be the next offensive coordinator at Miami.
Hey, when I heard the news, I was all in it.
Yeah, I was reading the text messages. From my understanding, this is who was texting me today. And like I said, I don't use text messages from other people. I can't pronounce his name. Alex,
what you doing?
I can still hear you. We can still hear you. Anybody know how to pronounce his name? Alex Goulash. I can't pronounce his name. I don't know his name.
But, you think he's a good fit here?
From what I've seen on his offense, hell yeah, I think he's a good fit.
Put up them points, man. You fit in anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. I was just asking because I don't know nothing about him. I got to do my research.
I ain't know nothing about him either till I went on. That's a good thing about today's internet.
Everybody talk about that culture fit shit, bro. But this is the bottom line. I don't care if you from North Dakota, bro, or you from Miami. You can be right there from Dade County. If you come in and you can't coach, bro, you can't coach. So you technically not a culture fit. If you come in and you don't,
name one coach that was from Miami that won a national championship.
I can't. I'm not even arguing that.
I mean, I'm agreeing with you.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like that, when people are, you think you fit here, man. If you call the plays and that shit getting in the end zone, you can fit in anywhere.
Jimmy Johnson, listen, not just that. You have to understand people. Jimmy Johnson was understood people. He was from
Mhm.
Oklahoma. He understood men. It wasn't a cute. Remember how Stone Cold said, "It ain't about a black thing. It ain't about a white thing. It's about me kicking your ass." Thing. That's what he
Yeah.
told. That's what he told The Rock. That with Jimmy Johnson, it wasn't about a white, a black, or Cuban thing. It was about who's the best player who understands what I'm doing, what I got going, who's going to be leaders on the team, and that's how we're going to win.
Right.
Dennis Erickson, people said it wasn't. He was the same way. That's why he got two. You know,
Yeah, and I think that's a guy that I don't think he's planning to stick around here 4 or 5 years. Anthony, he was that's the Tennessee offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
All right. No, I'm saying like I don't. That's a guy that, bro, if you get him for a year or two, great. Like look at Rhett Lashley. We had Lashley for 2 years. I didn't see people going crazy like, oh, we lost Lashley, it's over. Like, no, we had Lashley and it wasn't necessarily all that great. You move on, man. If nobody trying to take your coaches, then shit, you're not doing good.
that's
You
why I
ain't
like
winning
this,
no games.
that's why I like this older DC. That's why I like him.
Yeah,
That's why I like
I'm
him.
cool with that.
Yeah, I like having an older DC, especially one experienced with linebackers, because we haven't seen a Sean Spencer, Denzel Perryman in a long time. And I think we got guys that could be like them, but they haven't had the coaches to coach them up like that. Or strength and conditioning
I
coaches.
think you need that fiery guy as a defensive
Hey,
coordinator. And you need
everybody in the chat need to share the chat out. How we only got? I had 150 in the chat last night. How we only got 60 in the chat right now? What
man,
the
they all
fuck
on Twitter trolling each other and shit right now.
We
That's
gotta get
all
some
it
people.
is.
We gotta get some people in, man. Y'all gotta share the channel out, man. Y'all gotta share it
I'm gonna
out.
share it real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna give you a couple shares.
Yeah. We gotta share this, man. We got, like I said, because I'm letting people come in. One thing that I do is I allow people to come in and speak their mind. You come in and talk, man. We will shock a lot of people this year. Believe it. I listen. I didn't care who the coach was. If we didn't go 10-2, if we don't go 10-2 this year, it's a problem. I didn't care who the coach was or what the recruiting class we had coming in. With the talent that we have on this roster, we should go 10-2. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And like I say, we have more talent than anybody right now. Besides Clemson, we have more talent than anybody in the ACC on our team, and that's without the recruiting class. So there's no reason why we shouldn't go 10-2.
Shamar said that September 17th, bro. You're not even gonna be on the field that game. You didn't win commit some. My bad, Zoe. But nah, I just seen the comment say Shamar says September 17th. Mark that down. Like, bro, you going into a class with 4 other 5-star freshmen, and they already got guys that's 4 and 5 stars that was there. So
I can tell you this here from Shamar,
nah,
and I don't talk bad about kids,
yeah,
but from the way Shamar let the fan base play with him today, I don't know if he's mentally tough enough to play at Miami. And this is not a knock on him, but when he put the thing out, it ain't about money. If I wanted the money, I could have stayed home.
yeah.
Like Miami was gonna fit. Like that comment to me is like,
I felt the same way. Like they got under your skin. You don't
yeah,
have thick enough skin.
yeah, they really got under your skin because you didn't stay home and you let them get. I've seen great players leave Miami and go to Alabama and Florida State and other schools during the Twitter era that didn't react. He's the first one that I can actually say that reacted the way he reacted without even playing a game. That right there is mental toughness to me. I don't think Shamar has the mental toughness, and he's still going back and forth with the fans. Talk September, like you said, they got 4 other 5-star players over there. Like who's not a guarantee.
At some point, if you're a baller, you're a baller. Like, I ain't gonna lie. If he who he supposed to be, he'll beat them dudes out because he already ready, like
I'm
physically
not
and
saying.
That's the
all.
thing, though, bro. You can't really say
I'm
that
looking at.
because what if them dudes is the dudes they supposed to be?
That's the point. The cream gonna
You
rise
get
to the
what I'm
top.
saying?
So he gonna be
But
if he the dude that
what I'm looking at right now is his mental game. Though the fans have already got into his head.
Yeah.
The fans, he's already arguing with the fans right now. you know, and I seen it earlier today. He's arguing with the fans, and I'm like, bro, shut your Twitter down. Shut it down. You pick the school you wanted to pick. Just like I say, fans can't get mad at players for picking where they want to go. That's their choice. But you pick the school you want against. How about Shamar? You pay attention to Texas A&M and their fan base, and not worry about Miami's fan base.
Yeah.
Because you actually put it abroad on yourself when you picked the Miami hat up and then threw it down and then put the A&M hat on. You should just put the A&M hat on.
Just
you know
like here, these guys, if Najee Kelly start, you know what I'm saying, and is a dog like he's supposed to be, like we forget about bro real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hey, we done already forgot about bro. To be honest with you, man, this wasn't a big recruiting loss because we got Kelly and because we had just got Cyrus Moss, bro. Like you was a cherry on the top. To be honest,
that's exactly what I was gonna say, bro. Like
to me, there's no loss. I bet to me, there's no loss if we never had him.
No, it's not.
If we never had him, how's it a loss?
Because we wasn't expecting you to come, bro. Like, and then on top of that, we all saw the fact that Mario, just like everybody's saying, Mario had a month or two with you, bro. Like we really wasn't expecting you to come here at this point.
And this is how you criticize kids without downing them.
Yeah, no
without
question.
calling them trash, you know what I'm saying? No, this is how you criticize kids without downing them. Like he said, he's not mentally tough in his shows. Nothing but respect to him, though. That's how I feel. I feel like today he showed me today that he's not mentally tough.
It might show you that.
And look, hold on. Let me say this before
what he believe in.
Yeah, hold on. Let me say this before somebody gonna take what Zoe said and they gonna twist the shit to whatever. He's not saying the kid ain't mentally tough in his day-to-day life. He's saying if you allow social media to get to you that way, you know, we're not doubting that you're a tough football player. We understand that you could probably take coaching and all of that, but just that simple fact, you let this fan base that you're not even committed to get under your skin the way that they did, bro. Like that say something.
And you're going back and forth with them right now. With them, it makes no sense at all. If I'm Jimbo Fisher, I'm on his phone right now. If you don't get the fuck off social media, like I'm on his phone right now, go get off, because you're talking about a game that, like you said, you might not even play in. And to be honest with you, I'm not afraid of A&M. I don't think
not at all.
I don't think Jimbo Fisher's a great coach.
Man, I've been saying for 2 months, give me Miami by 13 points.
They always get to the point where they finna climax and that shit don't happen.
Then they got the dude from LSU. They got him to transfer in at quarterback, bro. That dude is not good. They got probably
Emory Jones. He Emory Jones from Florida.
He's left-handed, white Emory Jones, bro.
Exactly. The same exact type of player, bro. That ain't no world beater like that. Always fortunate to be around all these great players and shit.
But like Zoe said though, bro, I don't like Jimbo is a good coach, but it's like how you explain going what they went like 11-1 that year or some shit, 11 or 10-1 or something, and then you come back and you lose these games that you shouldn't lose. Like, yeah, you beat Alabama, bro, but you still fucking lost to LSU. You shouldn't have lost to them. You still lost to, I think they lost to Ole Miss. Arkansas beat their ass. Like, man, that ain't no really just solid team. We looking at Jimbo and we looking at that recruiting class, but the fact of the matter is that's not who we gonna be playing on September 17th. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get this donation.
Go ahead, bro.
Appreciate that donation, U-Town. $5 donation from U-Town. If in Manny's 3 years, his recruiting class has finished 17th, 11th, 27th. Mario in 2 months took our class from 69 to 15. Give him some respect. First off, U-Town. I said when we were 69th, I said flat out we were gonna be. I said I have no doubt that we're gonna finish in the top 20. Against Grant, am I lying? Did I not say that? We was on this show. I thought we was 40 something. You was like, no, it was we like 68, 69. And I was like, I believe we can finish in the top 20. I think you said top 20, top 25. Everybody else was like, no, ain't no way. I just felt like we could still finish in the top 20 because Miami recruits itself was going through a transition. So I'm gonna give the respect to Mario, no doubt, because he boots on the ground. Boots on the ground, no doubt. I'm gonna give that respect to Mario, and he's an experienced coach, and he's gonna get recruits in. But I never doubted him on getting recruits in. He's a great recruiter. I never questioned his recruiting ability. What I question about him is I'm not gonna give him an A until he earns an A on the field at Miami.
Yeah, because I need to see what this cornerback room finna look like. You know what I'm saying? With T-Rod clearing it, like we know his pedigree there, especially with the freshmen coming in, and which one is can all of them play right now? Like shit,
I'm drinking orange juice, bro. I'm drinking orange juice, bro. I'm sick. I'm drinking. I done cut back off liquor. I done lost 22 pounds. 20,
Nah, bro. Kamari Rogers coming off that ACL, so he probably gonna have a little bit of rehab left. But Chris Graves, man, I think he's still like 17 years old, but they say that's the one who, if he come in, he got a shot to play right away. I'm not saying he start, but he gonna be on the field because we got Tyreek, we got
so everybody
Marcus
gonna be
Clark.
crying by DJ again and all that shit.
Bro, that ain't even a route. Like I wish the kid the best. I hope he can make that jump under a new administration and a new staff and everything.
I'm gonna talk about him. Why not? Like, there's nothing wrong with having a. If he can put it away, if he was to beat these guys out, you know he actually won it. So any kid that
I'm saying I'm not. I know that.
No, I'm just saying any kid that's on this roster, whether it's DJ or whoever that's on this roster right now, that was from the past regime. If these coaches can coach these guys up, because who the fuck thought Mccloud would be what Mccloud was at defensive end? Who the fuck thought that? I definitely did not believe that. There
And
is
he
no way
just showed out in that Senior Bowl or Shrine game where he
So
played
I mean,
showed his ass.
bro, if these coaches, I'll tell you this right here. If we had if all the seniors got coached up to where they could all start, and we let all these young guys could learn and play a lot of minutes. I'm not talking about just sit them down like Manny did. I'm talking about, remember I said rotation, being able to swap people in and out. If every senior guy on this team started and if they got coached up to good enough to start, we would be in contention for an ACC championship this year, because you can't make up for experience. My thing is, this is where coaching comes in at. Whatever these coaches do, whoever they feel they need to start, I'm for it 100%. But I'm definitely rooting for the guys who have taken all of the criticism, who has went through all the bumps and bruises of this past coaching staff that couldn't coach worth the fuck. These guys are finally getting good coaching. I'm definitely rooting for them to take advantage of this good coaching.
Yeah, what I meant was I'm not gonna like bash a kid when people are like, oh, you think DJ? I hope he make a jump. I hope every kid that we ever was down on, they just turn into a whole different player under Mario. You know what I'm saying? I just can't see. I don't want to see is Mario come in and have an attitude like Manny did. You know, all right, these guys been here and then they just show us the same thing they've been showing us under Manny.
No, you know Mario is not going to do that. That's one thing you don't have to
that's what I'm saying. Like I got full confidence in him with that.
The whole
so
thing
that's why I'm not.
Kelly is a
man-to-man guy now. Kelly is a man-to-man guy. 4-3 guy, always gonna be like a man-to-man guy. So it's gonna be they gonna have responsibility. That's why I like the actual coaching selection, because I think they're gonna be way more detailed and accountable for their positions. And on the fact that the D line gonna be so strong, like we should be strong, bro, at the point of attack, so that them cats don't have to cover people for 4 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We should be back there this year, bro.
That's really what made our secondary look bad, bro. It was all the time that we gave quarterbacks.
H.T. Seal, appreciate it. Like and sub, thank you so much, my bro. Appreciate that so much, man. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I'm not listen. What I want to see happen too this year is, are the coaches going, when it gets bad, are the coaches going to hold themselves accountable as well? Because as you guys know, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a New York Knicks
fan. The Knicks still got a team?
Hey, we got the most. Hey, listen, the Knicks are like the Cowboys. They are. They are like the
Cowboys.
They are like the Cowboys. They are like the Cowboys. They don't win. They sell out every game, overhyped, and the richest basketball franchise in the world. They are the richest
No,
basketball
I would
franchise out there.
disagree just because the Cowboys win, they just don't win when it matters. The
The
Knicks, the
Cowboys,
Knicks
the
be losing
Cowboys,
all the time.
listen, the Cowboys have won one playoff game in
No,
like
that's what
30
I'm
years.
saying. But they be like 11-5, 12-4 going into the playoffs every damn
Bro,
year.
no, they don't. They don't make the playoffs every year.
Shit, yes,
And
they man, go look at it.
they only.
Go
Well,
look at it.
I ain't gonna argue it because you might be right. But
Yeah, I don't think they missed the playoffs yet with Dak Prescott.
what I mean by like the Cowboys is that fan base, no matter what, is gonna sell out every game and they're gonna make money. And it's the richest How are they? And they won a championship in '73, and they're the richest franchise in basketball.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
that's
saying?
New
That's
York
what I
though.
mean.
You know, New York will
Yeah,
always have a
yeah.
market for
But
basketball.
bro, the Brooklyn still can't outsell the Knicks. It's tradition trenched in. It's trenched in. You see what I'm saying? But that's what I mean by no matter. But what I meant there is Tom Thibodeau need to be fired. He need to be fired with the way he coaches. He need to be fired. But they're not. He don't hold himself accountable. He don't hold himself accountable for nothing. It's everybody else's fault except his. And that's the one thing that I want to see the coaches do. You know what I'm saying? From Jump Street, and I've seen that from the coaches. I've seen it from Mario. I've seen him say it's my responsibility, basically, to get these guys up to where they need to be at. The talent is here. He said that. The talent is here. We already have talent here. And when we talk about 17 recruiting classes, Clemson won their national championship, their first one, and their best recruiting class they had was a 15th rated recruiting class.
It was like they never. I don't think they had like one top 10 class on that first championship.
And you are right. They cannot beat the Heat, but they can buy them if they wanted to. They're worth way more money than the Heat. So you're right. They can't beat the Heat, but they could buy them. They could buy the franchise. James Dolan could go down there and buy the franchise. That's how much money he got. Like serious. But no, they can't beat the Heat. They're not a better ran organization. The Heat was smart enough to give Pat Riley that president position and part ownership when the Knicks weren't. So no, they can't beat the Heat. They can't beat the Heat. But you know what?
Logan said 10-2 was a reach, man. I don't think so.
Nah, it's not a reach. It's not a reach, Logan. That's what I expect. I expect nothing less than 10-2.
Yeah, why is 10-2 a reach? That's crazy.
Yeah, if you look at, because he's saying we got Clemson, we got UNC, we got UVA and Florida State. So like the Clemson, all right, I give you that's a toss up. I'm not gonna say just because they had kind of a down year that we're gonna go in there and blow them out. They not gonna blow us out like they did the last.
We can beat Clemson just because if you pull up Clemson past 5 recruiting classes. Like it's not like
there's a lot of talent they got in them past. I would say the last like 3.
Last 3 they got where they finished at a recruiting. I know they finished that. What did they finish at? The past.
No, that's what I know that class with Brian Brzee. Shit, that was like either number 2 or number 3 class. That's who we're gonna be playing. I don't want to go back too far because them dudes is out the program.
Yes. What I mean is they have more talent than us, but not that much where we can't beat them.
Yeah, we got a way better quarterback than they got too.
We have the talent. The talent is there. We always complain about coaching. Oh shit, Coach Hayes. Come on, you see that shake?
Get Timmy on here, man. Bring Timmy up.
Now, I'm not staying on for more than about 20 more minutes. I'm getting off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start making my shows a little shorter, but I'm gonna start making them more consistent. I'm gonna come back and start doing more consistent shows. Hopefully I
Florida
get you on.
State,
Hopefully I get
Florida
you on.
State is Kimmy right now.
Hopefully I
Florida
can get
State
you
had
on
a
more. Hopefully I can get you on. Hopefully I can get you on more because I like arguing with you. I
yeah,
like debating
bro.
with
When
you.
you be going live, man, I always be out and about. I used to catch you like when I would be at home. I just so happen to be
Well,
at home today.
you just need to let me know what times are available for you so I can
That's a bet,
so I
bro. You know, off
I
season,
can
we're gonna have a
schedule
shitload of free time in that off season.
yeah. So just let me know when there's some good times available for you, so I can schedule some shows with you.
Yeah, that's a bet.
You know what I'm saying? Because you bring a different you bring a different thing to the channel. A more classier. You know what I'm saying? than my cursing,
But you know, it's crazy though, bro. Like, see, I've been on them Twitter Spaces, man, and like them dudes, it be all about trolling with them. They like I could talk football with you for so long, but if all you want to do is troll, I'ma just get on your ass. And that's why like I can't really just talk ball with them dudes how I talk with you and everybody else and shit, because there's always some emotions involved with it.
I had to learn how to get my because I would argue too. Now I just don't even respond.
Yeah.
That's where the guru Coach Hayes came and coached me up at. Like don't let him get in me. Don't let him get in your skin. Just don't pay attention to him. He come there.
The GOAT.
Oh,
The Billy Goat.
Where the part of Marco at? Where the part of Marco at?
I said, hey, yo.
I want to battle. I want to battle. I said, hey, yo.
Where you at? Shake, you got it on me.
It's a great day.
Wait, don't let him do you like Tay-Rock got done by.
All I want to know is.
Oh shit.
What you got for him, Coach?
What's good, Coach?
What's with you, man? Against the grain, man. What's up, everybody? Man, where your boy at, man? I seen him on here earlier. There you go.
Hey,
Bless.
Brother, I be watching, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I be watching your little rap battles, dog. They awesome, man. They be on them guys on it, man.
Oh yeah, I
like
appreciate that, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, all day, man. Yeah, subscribe buttons and all that. I did it all, man. That's good, man. Zoe, what's up with you, man?
What's good, man? What's good? Y'all see this? My daughter just gave it to y'all. See that?
What that is, Jodeci? Oh.
What that's your senior picture?
Yeah, that's my daughter. That's my daughter.
Look, dude,
I
put in the chat.
I ain't never had no bars like that, bro. I ain't never earned no shit like that. I ain't never earned this. My
yeah, dude, put in. Hey, Coach, you did a breakdown on Trevante Citizen the other day.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody put in the chat. He say he saw your video, bro. Yeah, Trevante, he right here from my hometown. His high school like 2-3 streets away from my house.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's from what is called Ponchatoula. Is that how you say it?
No, he from Lake Charles. You thinking Jacoby Matthews? Jacoby Matthews from Ponchatoula.
Oh, he just committed. Where he committed to?
I think A&M. He was committed to A&M, but they said LSU was trying to flip him.
Yeah, but I know he was doing his thing tonight at 7. So I was just trying to see.
Hey, Coach,
I think he committed to A&M, but like LSU still trying to work on that flip in the 11th hour. But nah, bro, I had been telling people, man, like when they announced that Ed Orgeron, they was gonna part ways with him or whatever, and I started seeing all them LSU decommits, I said, man, I hope we get Trevante, bro. Because I watched this kid, like I'm good friends with his head coach. His head coach actually got interviewed for, it might have been like an off the field role at Miami a couple years ago, though. I think when maybe before we brought Manny in. And so I had always kind of like had that in the back of my mind. I didn't think it was gonna materialize, but then when it actually happened, bro, it was like I couldn't believe it. You know, kids from our area, they don't really get them big P5 offers like that. So if you look at Trevor Etienne that committed to Florida, that's like 30 minutes away from us. He from right down the street in Jennings, and I knew them two wasn't going. They don't have no beef or nothing. I just didn't see them going to the same school to play together.
Right.
So when he picked Florida, I was like, man, I like our chance. It was either LSU or Miami for me with Citizen.
Yeah, I like him, man. I believe it or not.
Man, he's a stud, bro.
Yeah, he reminded me a lot of Cam Harris, man. One cut guy, big dude.
Big
like,
too. And
217.
Yeah, I liken his he might be like a little bit bigger than Don Chaney, and he might be not as fast as Jalen Knighton, but he is like the perfect complement to both of them because he's not just a downhill power back. He can actually catch the ball out the backfield. He run outside zone. He runs sweeps, all of that.
That's good, man. I'm super. Hey, I'm hot, right? Because I did the So last night, you know, I'm working, man. We had the doggone testing today, so I ain't even seen the press conference. And then we had the Florida rights test, whatever. But I so the Shamar Stewart film, I had to make 3 intros and 3 exits to that tape, man. So I had them, I had all 3 of them loaded up on YouTube because I ain't know I had the Miami, the Texas A&M, and the Georgia, just in case. I started doing JSU just in case Deion pulled one out his hat.
Man, don't do that.
Hey, I thought I was the hardest working YouTuber out there with all the traveling I did, and then I'm sitting there, Coach Hayes be on the phone sometimes, getting drunk to it. 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and I'm at my girl. He upload my girl like you on the. I be on the phone with Coach Hayes. I'm on the phone with Billy, and Coach Hayes while he talking to me, he uploading, editing, doing all these videos and giving you guys like I said. I told him last night when somebody comes along better, you got to just say they better. Ain't nobody better than Coach Hayes at this shit right here. Period.
Hey man, I feel like you gassing him a little bit, man. I know Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes got some Cambodia. He got a sweatshop. He don't do none of that editing. He don't do the music. He got them Cambodians in that closet, and he make you think he good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's doing a good job over there.
Yeah, man, he got the foreigners. That's a sweatshop.
So he done went over to Mexico and Asia at the same time.
Enough time in the day
Honduras, bro, El
bro.
Salvador, wherever he can get the cheapest labor.
I'm trying to tell you
have
something.
A great team.
This is the God honest truth, bro. Like, I'm looking for some help, man. Like, when it comes to social media, no, this is God honest truth. Because like I'm trying to get the my lawyer was talking about the copyright to the polio.
Well, I told you, the lawyer said you got to turn the Jesus in. The lawyer said you need the green card.
Y'all come here. I ain't got no lawyer. Y'all come here.
Listen, I know, dog. I'm about business.
These my 2 lawyers right here. This the Oliver lawyer. Come and tell me. This the Oliver lawyer fight. These my 2 lawyers.
That's how you do it. All I'm saying is, no, for real though, like the look, because I'm, man, dog. Listen, I learned the business, dog, and I'm gonna tell you this: I don't watch. I watch stuff for entertainment, but I also watch it for education. You ain't gonna catch me on no 30 for 30. You ain't gonna catch me on no A&E unsung talking about, yeah, I ain't signed no contracts because I sure can't. You got your damn mind. Look here, boy. I'm gonna go get me a trademark and copyright lawyer and all that stuff. Ain't nobody gonna come back and Timmy blow up and Timmy be gone. I'll be over here looking like
I got CW on 1219 trademark as soon as I came up.
So I'm just saying. So I just
he don't even answer the phone without an NDA. He don't even want to talk to you unless you sign that non-disclosure.
Hello? Hey, you want hey, I put that code in. All right, secure line talk. What's up?
Yeah. You know what I said? I said, Coach, I was good all last year and good the year before last. I improved last year. Can you finally take me off the bench? So I get to finally go on Coach A's show sometime.
Nah, man, don't act like that, man.
I said, no. I had to earn my way off the bench. I was a disgruntled player, so you have to earn your way back in the starting lineup. Like Julius Randle need to get his ass on the bench somewhere. I had to earn my way off the bench and get in the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Coach.
That was I kept telling you to pull me off the bench.
I pulled you off the bench.
Exactly. I've been on your bumper for a while. Pull me off the bench. Put me in the game, Coach.
To be honest with you, man, and this I know we're not talking football right now. But when me and Against the Grain got into it, Coach Hayes said, Alonzo, the guy's good. You got to let him rock a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to be honest, like I don't care about somebody telling me that. I used to, but you have to have the credibility to say something to me about something. You have to have the credibility. And that's what Coach Hayes brings is the credibility.
Listen, bro, I'm starting to become labeled as the hater, right? Like, I did the show the other day. Yeah, they starting to get you now. They start there, like they said, they started to come.
I told you that was gonna happen too.
Go hating on Cristobal. I'm not hating on Cristobal. You know what I mean? I'm like I said, I'm good with it. I enjoy it. I like who he hired, but I said on my show Sunday, bro. At this point, I don't care who you hire. Let's go. My thing is, I think here's my thing. I want our players to have the best opportunity to be the most successful they can. That's all I'm asking.
Talk that walk.
See, to me, for me personally, the thing about the coaching hires wasn't about the recruiting. He got that on lock. It was about the players that's already on the roster, the Brashard Smith, the Chase Smith, the TVD, when everybody else at these schools already installing. Bro, they installing. You think these players just going to the strength and conditioning to go home and sticking noodles in their ass? Hell no. These boys out here, no, they learning the new install. They're going over film from last year, right? Making corrections. All of that kind of stuff is happening. And so I just want to make sure our players, when they come out, we're gonna put the best product on the field. That's all. That's my biggest thing. I'm not here to bash anybody. I tell you, I don't care. I'm for whoever he choose. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You know what it is, though, Coach. I think what
that?
it is, they want you to speak from a fan perspective, and then when you speak from that former coach's perspective, they can't really comprehend that. They get the wires crossed, and they think it's hating when you really speaking from experience. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I have all. What bugs me out is I have been called the biggest hater. I have been called every name in the book because I speak. I coached high school football for right at almost 10 years at Ridgeview High School. Okay, played high school football, played basketball, played baseball. I speak from, like Coach say, a coaching perspective and a player and a player perspective. Also speak from what I see. The average football fan don't watch football inside out. They watch football outside in. The average football fan watch the receivers and the quarterback and the DB.
Pull up that box score and say, "Oh, look, this team beat the shit out of this team."
That's what they watch. I watch the offensive defensive line. The first thing I pay attention to in football is the offensive defensive line. Remember when people were saying the quarterbacks wasn't getting enough time, and I took my stop clock. I didn't even know what we were rated at, and this was when Manny Diaz first year as coach, and I'm like, shit, quarterbacks average. I think league average was like 2.6 seconds. Our quarterbacks average like 2.9 seconds. Oh, they get to the quarterback too fast. No, they're not. The quarterbacks aren't getting off their reads enough, or the receivers aren't getting open quick enough, or there's something, but they're getting the time to throw the ball. If you're getting 2.9 seconds and the league average is 2.7 seconds, then you're getting time to get rid of the football. Now, whether you're going through your progressions right, or whether you're whether your coach is teaching you how to go through your progressions, or someone is getting open, whether your receivers and tight ends or running backs are getting open, but if you pat the ball for 3.2 seconds and you get sacked, you can't blame the offensive line for that. You can't blame the offensive line for that if you hold the ball for 3 seconds.
I'm all good, though. I just want to get our guys going. Let's get this process rolling. It's a great hire. We still got 5 more dudes to hire. And let's get it going, dog. That's all I'm saying. Think about it. April 16th is the spring game. That's 2.5 months.
I got a question for was Shamar closer to a Jerome Brown type of signing, or a Jalen Phillips type of signing?
Whoa, Jalen Phillips. Don't you ever in your life do that. Don't you ever in your life do that. Don't you ever
bro. I mean, one they play 2 different positions.
And I'm talking about talent. I'm talking about pure talent. Like, where would you put somebody like that, like impact wise? Like, what was him coming here? Was he gonna be a Jerome Brown type of alpha plus great player, or was he just 5-star talent today and he gonna get on the field and make some plays?
So like,
because we ain't had that, bro. We ain't had that alpha that. Like, don't you ever in your life, bro? Don't you ever in your life? Don't you ever in your life?
Can't do that, bro.
Ever in your life? He wants to play some downs in college football, before you compare this guy.
But we want
right
that
here.
though. Like
No,
we want that. That's
there
my
is no,
question.
there is no comparison to. He's closer to Jalen Phillips. Okay, he's closer to Jalen Phillips. This guy who was a god. Okay, he was a god. I want to battle. This guy was a god. Reggie White said this guy was one of the most dominant players he's ever seen. Don't you ever? He was closer to Jalen Phillips.
Dude, wow, man.
Jerome Brown.
I'm gonna say this.
That's
Here's
like
the thing.
asking who's closer to Kobe, right? Who's closer to Michael right now? What high school player that's coming into college is closer to Michael Jordan?
Wow, man. Here's the biggest thing I look at, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes to answer your question, bro. Sometimes, and I understand from fans, sometimes we want to make these comparisons, right? But I think it's unfair to the players. I always say, like, and Zoe just said something, right? He hasn't played it down in college. We see 5-star guys come in and don't perform as well. I'm not gonna call them a bust, but they don't perform to their potential, right? And when I say the word potential, I love the word potential because it means you haven't done it yet. So does he have potential to be one of those guys? Definitely so. To compare him to those guys, like I said, you got to think about it. You're talking about a Jerome Brown who's going through college versus this dude in high school. You know what I mean?
I'm talking more his ceiling, like what his potential should be. Like again, like from what you saw on tape.
Yeah. He has that potential to be those guys. But I like to be clear because if I said, yeah, he's more like Jerome Brown, and then I heard y'all say something about Zach Mccloud, and I wanted to say this. I was the only one that said Zach Mccloud gonna do good at defensive end.
You was, because I definitely didn't say it.
But I wasn't on that bandwagon with you.
I was.
But and the only reason I really was on the bandwagon simply because of who he was as a player, right? So far as wasn't a cancer to the team, did everything he's supposed to do, all that kind of stuff. And people just bashing the kid because, again, he didn't reach the potential in which we thought, or he didn't reach that ceiling coming in because he's surrounded about a Pinckney and the Shaq and those guys. And so therefore, it's like Destiny Child, right? Everybody know Beyonce, definitely. People know Kelly, but everybody forgot about Michelle. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did.
Because it was like 4 or 5 Michelle.
I agree with that. We all watched them 3 come in, bro.
No, I just look at it when we talk about a guy like Jerome Brown. You know, we talk about.
But my thing was pure D. Him coming, and he's the player that we all, because we all fawning over Buddy for a reason, bro. We weren't fawning over him because we thought he was gonna be John Square. You know what I'm saying? We thought he was a program changer. You know what I'm saying? If he comes through. So those are the types of talents that I'm thinking of. Like because we haven't had that in so long, bro. We haven't had a alpha come through this shit and really walk the talk. You know what I'm saying? And talk the walk.
As great as Jadeveon Clowney was, he wasn't this. These players here come along. As great as Jadeveon Clowney was, he wasn't this. And your boy didn't have the high school accolades of Jadeveon Clowney. What I mean by these players here come along, I don't compare nobody to like I won't compare who's the next Ed Reed or who's the next Sean Taylor or who's the next Ray Lewis. I won't put that pressure on kids just because we're so quick to say it, and then when they don't fulfill that, we're so quick to shit on them. These are all-time great players. That's why I said I think his ceiling is higher than Jalen Phillips. But to put him with a all-time great player, I have to see that on the field and not just for a couple of games. Because all-time great players,
but you can't.
They also.
But I'm not comparing the whole body of work at this time.
Let me finish. Let me finish. This is what I mean by that, though, because when you say potential, like Coach said, when you say potential, everybody in the chat can run with that. And now you have everybody in the chat saying on Facebook, he's the next Jerome Brown. He's this here. And if you don't live up to that, they're going to kill him. What I mean is these guys did it. Ain't too many people remember Jerome Brown high school football career. Ain't too many people remember. I don't even know many people remember what high school he went to.
Hernando.
Yeah, you see, it's not so. A lot of people don't remember that, but they remember When you do it in college, when you do it on that level, then I still can't compare the greatest college player to the greatest NFL player. Shit, Tom Brady barely played college football. So I have to that's an on the field thing, and I
it's just
so we shouldn't aspire to have those types of guys running through.
No, you're definitely right. Like, so here's my thing. Here's my thing, dude. So this is how I look at it, right, man? What's your name again, bro? I'm sorry, man. What's your name?
I mean, it's Caniac. You can say Caniac.
Caniac. It's cool. Caniac. So Caniac, like how I look at it is, so how I look at it, Caniac, is very simple. You're right. You can look at that potential, and I guess like Grain said, I look at things in a different lens, and I always have. I don't want to put a kid in a situation because I see what fan bases do. Look at it, bro. I'm looking on Twitter, dog. We should be ashamed. Then the F Shamar Stewart, he a traitor, man. F that dude, dog. I hope he don't never play. I hope, I'm like, bro, like that's like to me, but that's the fan. So I get that, right? It's one of them things that you're never gonna fix. You know, same thing with the kid, right? Jack Pyburn. Man, when that dude, he's visiting right now, he's gonna be the next Kane. He looks like this, that. As soon as they put a Florida hat up there, man, F that dude, he's stiff. He going to 3-star university. He can't do that. And it's like because the expectation. So yes, you're right. We want to have those guys. But here's what I tell people. Of course, they've been recruited because they show a high skill level, a high potential. Now, these coaches have to find a way, and when I'm talking about these coaches, I'm talking about all coaches across the country. They got to find ways to get guys into these situations to become the best, right? And we see it every day. Nobody heard of Joe Burrow until he went to LSU and turned that thing out. Now look at him. This boy that got the Bengals, dog. Right? Josh Allen. I'm just talking about Josh Allen that started off at Reedy College, dog. Like a JUCO, when right now we should be looking at Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Like, and of course I know the teams are different, but I'm just talking about production.
Understood.
So it's always constantly changing, man. And you know that in your field, right? Like you see this dude rapping, blah, blah, blah. And then when he get on that camera, he ain't the same cat. Fact. Or you see a cat that you see some potential in him. But when he get that stage around him, dog, he just start powering up. Like, where this dude come from? You know what I'm saying? So you never really know until you know.
I just want to again. What do y'all see that coming along? Like, is anybody around this program right now? Again, like we want those personalities again, but the player also. Like, why have we been having like the same guy over and over? Like when is that guy going to show up again? All
right. Is it the one guy or is it a group of young men? Because we never won with just one guy.
I mean, again, bro, you can go to the Al Blades and people like that everybody gonna be like, hey, he was one of the power sources. Or
no, just hear me. What I mean by this is, right, I feel like we have a few guys that can be great Miami players. I feel like we have some guys on the roster right now that we've given up on that hasn't had the coaching that can be great Miami players. It's up to the players and the coaching staff to figure out who's going to be what, put them in the right scheme, in the right system, and all of those things. Another thing is, in today's football is spread out. So it's not going to look like the Jerome Brown's defenses, the Ed Reed defense, even the 2001's defenses. It's not going to look like those defenses because of the way the offenses are spread out today. So they might not be as impactful today because the game is about scoring points. So all of the penalties, like Jerome Brown would grab a quarterback, nasty, slam that bitch on the ground, put his shoulder into him, and stand over the top of him, right? If you do that today, it's a 100-yard penalty and a disqualification.
Me and you was talking about this before. Y'all don't think that those kind of guys would have adjusted to the game today?
No, I'm not talking about those guys adjusting. I'm talking about the attitude of today's players can't be like the attitude of those players back then. They have to be a little bit. They have to be a little bit smarter because, like I said, you look at Amari Carter. How many times he got ejected? How many times you've seen those ejections where he led with his shoulder. You see what I'm saying?
Zo, what's up, man?
What's good? Oh shit, Eric. Oh shit.
Huh?
You in the chat?
You know what time it is?
What's good, The Rock? Don't just say. I believe that if we have great coaching, that we have enough talent on this team for us to be dominant. And
yeah, but we need player development, man.
That's what I said. With the right coaching, we have enough talent on this team to be dominant. We have enough talent in that area, the best talent in the country in that area, to where we can contend for national championships on a consistent basis. So with all the
are
players
the championship players here though? Because we don't have players running through anymore talking about they want to win championships here. They come in just particularly to kind of step through here. You know what I mean? Make their mark and leave. Like whether they win a championship along the way, it's not being discussed at the door no more.
That's Mario's job to weed those players out.
I mean, I think Mario's job should be fundamentals. My bad. Go ahead, homie.
Here's the deal, right? There's something in life we just not going to be able to change, right? We can wish a lot. I'm an old school dude myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, time, society, things change, right? These kids don't look at championships. They look at who can get me to the next level the quickest.
Independence.
Yeah, because here's the deal, right? For example, self-branding. That's not going to go away. All these kids now, everybody's aware of branding yourself, right? That was never a thing, right?
Never.
Branding yourself. Prime was ahead of his time when he created Prime Time, right?
Yep.
He was way ahead he was 30 years ahead of the game, right? Nobody, let's be honest, as great as Sean Taylor was, he didn't brand himself. He did it through his play, but he didn't brand himself, right? He didn't have the nickname and the persona and all. He went out and played ball. Ray Lewis didn't brand himself. Ed Reed didn't brand. So the times are changing. Everybody is their own company now, right?
Facts.
Everybody's becoming their own LLC in essence. And so the times are changing. You hear it now in every one of these commitments today I watched. Right, I'm supposed to be monitoring, testing. I got my phone up under the thing like this. for the next, hear what they all say. For the next 3 to 4 years, I'm going to take my time to. They don't say 4 to 5. The NCAA giving you 5 years. They saying 3 to 4.
Yeah, it's a lily pad.
Facts.
Yeah. And
it's that's lily pad, man. You go there, you get the camera, you go.
Right. You know what changed that thought process though?
What you mean?
Boy from Maurice Claret.
Man, he was talented in his day.
When he
we ain't gonna talk about that guy, man. He wasn't even supposed to be playing, man.
Right. Somebody said they wouldn't agree. And that's okay, right? It's okay not to totally agree. I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm talking about the kid. They said the kid. I'm sorry. Somebody down there said I wouldn't totally agree with that, coach. I was trying to say that. Yeah, we know that you was a brand, but what I'm trying to say is they're trying to be a brand within the brand, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what's happening. Before the U on your helmet, you were a representation of the U. Now you are a representation of yourself, right? You almost a subcontractor for the university.
It's a partnership.
Right. So that's what you're starting to get out of this deal. And so how I look at it, that's just the way the times are. This right here gives instant access. Before you had to be in the ESPN magazine to be noticed about something or whatever the case may be. Now, these kids, think about this. I'm gonna tell you about branding, how crazy it is, how they don't even use it correctly. Because I try to post stuff and tag their names in it. I go to a kid Instagram page. At Hurricane Zoe. He had 40,000 subscribers. He had 15,000 subscribers. He only got 3 pictures up there. That's it. That's their marketing. Instead of they think that's cool, but it to me is a backward marketing. You need to bring them into your life. And hey, man, I'm here to work out. I'm finna da do like an influencer would do. But they think it's cool to. I only got 3 pictures and I got 20,000 followers.
Yeah,
I tell you what.
and you know what? Another thing, Coach, to piggyback off of what you're saying, if you talk about like that whole Instagram thing, they don't even put their name up there. This kid name could be, you know, John Thomas. He gonna have Drippy John 4000 or something. You don't know who. You know, you go to look. I'm gonna try to find this kid Instagram. You can't find the shit. It's, you know, it's a bunch of emojis and dots and numbers and like that's
a lot of
bad
things
brand.
missing from the equation when it comes to how they handling it. Because
but see, I can tell you this right here too, Shake, on some real shit. And I talk to Charles a lot. Them championships, because Charles was on 2 of those championship teams. He started quarterback for 2 of them. If social media today was the way it was back then, those championship teams don't exist.
Yeah.
They kicked out of college football for the shit that they did off the field.
They would have adapted though.
Look how much they changed college football because Miami was celebrating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what I mean is, like, the shit that they did off the field, if it was recorded, they might go back and strip them shits down. Like, serious. The shit that they did off the field. Yeah, the shit that they did off the field in the locker rooms and in the hotel rooms. They were fucking rock stars, and they were rock stars, and they really lived that life because there wasn't social media. Like Coach A said, you had to go to USA Today or ESPN magazine. You had to get a subscription, and how many black people could buy a subscription to ESPN magazine back in the 80s and 90s? I know damn well my family couldn't afford one. Get one every damn month. You get that one subscription and you cancel it, and hopefully they'll send you a couple more magazines. But with the NIL deal things taking over, how is it putting a target on these kids back? Because once again, I was saying this earlier with T2Y, like it's like being a rapper now, bro. Like these kids pretty much getting rich at an early age, and some of them living their life on social media, some of them still in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, and people know that they getting like instant overnight fame, money, all that good shit. How are there things in place already to protect these kids and kind of show
their ages,
help them manage what's going on in their lives? Because
I think for you to do NIL deals, I think you gotta have somebody represent you. They can't.
You need an agent because that's who's gonna tell you, "Hey, man, we finna do this and this and this." Or the money stops.
Shouldn't college football, shouldn't the NCAA be the agent in this point? The people kind of
the NCAA would be dead in like 10 more years. Like serious.
Good.
The NCAA would be dead in like 10 more years. I truly believe that. No, but what I mean is like when you talk about like Bubba Baxter got his life threatened for missing field goals.
I'm talking about protecting these kids, bro, from themselves.
From themselves.
So here's how I look at NIL deals, right? When I look at it, it's new. Anything that's new, there's a lot of things that haven't been thought about yet, and you don't know it's a problem until it's a problem, right? So, for example, when we first started driving cars, right? They ain't had no lane. You stayed on the right side, we stayed on the left side. Then you start having accidents because you turned the curve. Well, wait a minute, we need a double yellow line to let people know don't change lane. Like things evolve, and that's what's gonna happen to the NIL deals, right? Soon as there becomes a big something, whatever that is, we don't know what that is yet, then they're going to start governing it maybe a different type of way. Right now, it's just, okay, here's what it is. This is the NIL deal, whatever the case may be.
No, I don't know. I'm talking the obvious, Coach. I'm talking like the kid that lives in the hood and he driving a Hellcat and everybody in the hood know he just got, $100,000. And
that's his
fault.
You
could also make him a target.
Still.
You shouldn't buy no Hellcat if mama's still in the hood.
That problem
listen, but that's going to happen. I'm asking, are those things in place yet for those kids who parents can't give them those lessons, bro?
Those things were happening before the NIL with the neighborhood dope boys.
Yeah.
You don't know from high school games. From high school games.
We're talking about NIL, bro. We ain't talking about that. We talking about
Shake, listen to me. A wolf is a wolf. if they see them neighborhood dope boys back in the days that gave those kids the money, they wanted that money back too.
Northwestern.
They wanted that money back when them kids went pro. Those kids drove around the same neighborhoods in nice cars and all this shit with Jordans on back in
But
the
they
days.
wasn't worth what Bryce Young worth right
So
now, bro. We seeing rappers get killed for running around with big money, bro. These are kids now, homie.
Shake, are you gonna let me finish? Shake, are you gonna let me?
My bad. Go ahead, big bro. My bad.
You gotta let me finish. What I'm saying is, it don't matter whether it's $100,000 or $5,000 to a goon in the streets. No, it don't matter. They see whatever money they see, they coming for that money. So it didn't matter if you had 5,000 10 years ago, 100,000 now. One of these little wolves in the street that want to rob you and you flash your money back then or now, you got robbed and killed for your money. I remember jokers getting killed over Jordans when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like serious.
Yo, you don't remember in Miami when they got rid of the damn red lights? Because tourists were getting robbed at stop signs, bro.
So my whole thing is, all right, the NCAA took, I don't say took advantage, but they took all the money from the kids, and the kids benefited only from a college. They'd be like, well, they got a free education. Ain't shit free about playing college football, going to practice, playing games, reading and studying your playbook, and then having to do all your classes by the NCAA.
16 hours a day.
And while the NCAA got rich and the schools got rich. Do you know it was an NCAA violation? I swear to God. It was a NCAA violation if you gave your kids a bagel. You can give them a bagel, but you couldn't give them cream cheese. I swear to God. Cream cheese was an NCAA violation on a fucking bagel.
But I still think you're going away from what I'm talking about.
So Kenny, listen, I'm with you 1,000%. I hear you. Unfortunately, right? It's like anything else. It becomes their responsibility. I understand what you're saying. They don't have maybe somebody not to teach them, but it's no different if that 18-year-old went out and hit the lotto ticket, right?
Yeah.
It's no different than this kid, 18-year-old, went out and became a rapper. Look at them two. What them dudes' name? I don't want to say fight. Them island boys, whatever. Them two nut faces, bro. Look at all day they putting money in the machine, and you know how I see that. Because our kids at school all day, well, look at them coach. They got bread. All they doing is taking the same stack, putting it in there, taking the same stack, making a new video. It's the same stack of money going around in a circle. But this is what I'm talking about, the change. This is what we're seeing today. It's hard for us to understand it, right? Because we're getting older. The same way when we used to ride around, right, in our cars, and my mom used to be like, you riding around with that boom to boom music? Right? I used to call it boom to boom music, right? Because I had the speaker, the wood grain steering wheel, all that right. Stuff. But watch this. I'm gonna tell you how things evolve. Well, when my mama was young and she started listening to the Temptations and all that stuff, guess what my grandma was saying? You listening to that secular music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the Temptations. Exactly. But for my grandmother, all you could listen to was gospel.
Or the blues.
You listen to not right. So now you listen to my mama, to her. My mom listened to that's the music. And then when we start listening to NWA and Two Live Crew, talking about pop that, you listen to that boom to boom music. Now we listen to the mumble rap. We don't understand it. That's just how the world evolves. So we have to kind of take our oldness out of it if we're gonna live in this world and talk about it, to say we may not like it, but it's happening and we can't change that. We have to educate them through that process. So
and all I'm gonna say when you use the analogy of the Island Boys, they record company, they gonna have people to protect their interests. Believe me, it's somebody, kind of watching over them to kind of protect their interests. Hey, what these boys
in a month they ain't gonna have no interest to protect, bro. That shit gonna fizzle out so quick.
But the NCAA gonna always have an interest to protect. That's my point. So with all of these deals being attached to the NCAA brand, and they're giving money to like I said, to young guys who are out here and they becoming targets. So I'm asking, is there protocol for that? Like, have they all started?
And that's
advising
I'm sorry to cut you off, but no,
with
that's
what kind of target that they're going to be now.
But no, unfortunately, no. But that's the accident that has to happen for rules to change. Like I talked about the car. When we first started doing cars, we didn't have traffic lights. Then you start having accidents at an intersection. Man, we got to come up with a way to fix this because we
So it
killing
gotta be
people.
a
You ain't
sacrifice,
had no
coach.
seat belts. You ain't had no
That-
turn
It
signals,
gotta
no
be a
airbag.
sacrifice.
It happens, right? You
Because
said
remember, we just went
Shay,
through this with the
Shay,
coaching search,
Shay,
bro. Like
Shay,
we
I
were
think you're
saying,
going
like
to
it
Shay. I
should have
think
been
Shay,
a
Shay, I
contingency
think,
already
Shay,
in place.
but Shay,
If
I
there's
think you're
gonna
thinking
be
too.
all these smart people
Shay, I think you're
that's
thinking too
running
deep,
things.
though. Shay, I think you're thinking too deep, though, bro.
Say it again, big bro.
I think you're thinking too deep. I think you're thinking too
I was
deep.
thinking too. We just saw
No,
dogs get killed. We seeing
no,
rappers get killed every
thank
day.
you, thank you. You just made my point for me. What you just did was contradict your own self. You said
No, because
go ahead,
go ahead, Mccloud.
this is my battle.
I feel as though because I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's as deep as you make it.
Hold up against the grain. This is what I'm about to get you at. You said the Island Boys, their record label, has a contingency plan to protect them, but then Young Dolph just got killed, who had a record label.
That's
Young
the
Dolph
contingency
wasn't
plan.
signed to a record label.
But he was signed.
He wasn't signed to a record label.
He was an
independent guy. You can't
even
anybody
if you're
signed to
independent.
Epic or anything like that. They don't have people around them.
I gotta run, man. I'm gonna catch y'all, boy.
Those rappers have gotten killed too. Like it doesn't. If you put yourself in a position to get killed, you can get killed.
I understand.
I'm with you, I mean, I'm with you, Kenneth, because here's my deal, right? I know your heart is in it for the players, and you don't want to see nothing bad happen to
Exactly.
them, right? Because you're older now, right? And that parenting coming in, right?
Talk that walk.
Straight. I'm with you. I get it. I understand that. But unfortunately, in business, these people are products, right? Right? It's no different than that's what it is. Mm-hmm. You're a product to them. Until the product starts to get damaged, you're not going to put a contingency plan in place, right? Because why do I have to put one in there if it's no problem? There's never a solution until a problem occurs, right? You can foresee a lot of things, but that comes through other problems that occurred in other situations. But when it's something as new as this, what baseline do they have to go off of?
There's never action but a reaction.
We both just made it.
But if you got good business people, that would never be a problem. Because anybody that's good with business, it's in their best interest for you to make money. Because the longer they can stay on your train, the better off you are. So unfortunately, it becomes a scenario of the people that are that good will obviously naturally gravitate towards the big time agents and those people. But the problem is there's only going to be a limited amount of people that can qualify for that. So the ones that can't, that still get that money, I totally understand that aspect of it. Because you got to remember, these cats that are going to be top notch, you ain't got to worry about that. They're going to be people in place with them since they're in high school. They're going to be like, yo, I'm going to front you this. I'm going to do this for you. Because in the long run, it's in their best interest to make money off you too.
You know what needs to happen? This is where parenting comes in at. This is where the neighborhood.
Oh, absolutely.
This is where we say,
if you have that option,
you can't be out here showing your money off. You don't need to be out here. Besides that, like, bro, this is so like we on social media right now. Some shit we would have never done 20 years ago. And if you looked at the pandemic, after the pandemic, there was before the pandemic, YouTube was nowhere near has blown up since the pandemic. Like since the pandemic, there's a fucking podcast on every fucking channel. When I started doing YouTube, University of Miami, the only person that was taking phone calls was me, with my phone holding it to the fucking microphone after games, and they weren't live videos. I was going on recording because we couldn't go live back then. You only could go live in 2018. You only go live like 2017, 2018. 2013, I was doing uploads, holding my phone, and then upload the video to the chat. You see what I'm saying? And now we can all show fucking faces. Mm-hmm. When I first started doing Miami YouTube, there was me, Kane Shades Radio, All About U83. We're the only ones doing Miami videos. The one who was doing long stream videos was me after post games. A couple years later came Coach Coop. Now there's 75 Miami YouTube video makers. because shit evolves, shit changes, and I had to adapt to it as well. My technology is not as good as Coach Hayes, as Coach Coop, but I have to adapt as well, or I'll get swallowed up. So it's things that I have to do when it comes to these kids. Like I seen a kid one day at IHOP, 2:00 in the morning, counting about $3,000 on Instagram, not knowing it could be a wolf sitting outside waiting on him to take that $3,000-4,000 in his life. It's a regular kid. This is today. So this is where hopefully, because the NCAA is not going to be responsible for that, because now you open up a whole can of worms with lawsuits and all this shit right here. If the NCAA say we're going to take responsibility for this, the NCAA didn't even want this.
That's why they separated themselves from it. They've separated themselves. You notice it's there on your own. They're not. There's no governing body. And here's the thing too, though, Kenya. Believe this or not, and I know people say this, and not all schools, but these major Power 5 schools, these dudes been riding around in Camaros and the new Mustang. Right. So what I'm saying is,
exactly. I definitely know.
Yeah. You know what? They go to them car dealership, and the owner of the car dealership is a big Georgia fan. Guess what he did?
Give him the car, man.
Well, he gonna lease it to him for $20 a month
all day, and collect on the back end.
Oh no, he gonna get it back. He's what he did.
Yeah, he gonna use that player because everybody else gonna want to come there because that cat driving the car from the
not even that. Guess what?
The only on the back end.
You know what the contingency is? Hey man, we got to put this tag on here. Marooney Chevrolet got to stay on there. You know what I mean? If anybody make sure you say whatever and bring it in every 30 days so we can do an oil change and make sure the tire's good or whatever. But yeah, bro, I understand your concern. I get it. But unfortunately,
Jerome Brown had a Corvette. Jerome Brown driving a Corvette. That was his best favorite car. He was driving a Corvette at the University of Miami.
And unfortunately, this business, a lot of things, we see it all the time, man. Nobody.
Pryor had a 350Z. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He had a 350Z, staggered wheels, custom wing. Dude had like a $55,000 Nissan, bro.
Hold on. I'm not hoping that we're not just dismissing the fact that like these are. I don't think it's the same as them guys back then because now, like you just said a couple minutes ago, some of these guys got 50,000 followers. They got 100,000 followers.
I got a question for you.
They get a deal for $1 million, and the average dude not viewing that. Like the guys who know what $1 million bring, they seeing that. And then, like I said, most of these guys, their parents, the situation they coming from, their parents not even qualified to show them how to manage money or that type of stuff. So even with the NFL and all that they have seminars and all that so that they can, get players right on financial literacy and kind of, character and all that kind of stuff. So I think it would just be responsible of whoever's involved with it to make sure that they take into account to what's really happening out here with young men like that's coming in. They're not even getting done with college and coming into money now. They're coming into money before they even get to college.
Understandable. And like you say, the world changing. But can you answer this question? Answer this question for me, right? When we have, like I said, kids have had their lives threatened, been talked about, all kind of shit, talked down to all kind of shit before the NIL deal, before like been threatened, all this shit before the NIL deal. We have to grow and adapt, and unfortunately, hopefully, no kid is dumb enough to be out there flossing their money, flossing their NIL money, and out there doing that. Hopefully there's somebody there. But like talking about it is a good thing, but like there's absolutely nothing. I can't do nothing about my daughter flossing money on the internet. I can tell her to stop, but once she done did it, she done done it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the day of the internet, bro. It's the day and the age of the internet. This is what they do, and It's
I got a question. I got a quick question. It's
up?
not even related. I just want to be the first to throw it out. And we can definitely go back on topic. So I'm sorry if I get off topic.
Now I'm ready to
I want to see
I
want to see Van Dyke go against A&M with a class and everything.
I think we can beat A&M.
I want to see Van Dyke and them go. I want to see a new line, a new old line, and that kind of rigid structure. We don't need that chain. We don't need to be jumping up and down and all that. Hey, get your blocks, get your assignment. You're not going to be on the field if you don't. Let's get this running game going. Van Dyke, throw that thing, and let's go out to A&M and reward their number one class. Hey, congratulations on your number one class with this L, dog.
I need my chain. My chain was a part of my culture that got built into Miami. I want my chain.
It's different. The bar lowered. The chain is awesome, man. It's our culture. I'm Cuban. How can I not like a Cuban link? But let me tell you something. The bar was lowered. Everybody was too excited about getting a turnover. We should have been excited about winning the ACC.
You know what?
Let's get back to fundamentals.
That has to do with the coaching, because like I said, even Alabama has a chain.
I agree.
But
Alabama, come on.
Hold on. I said they have one now. They didn't have one before. They have one now.
No, you said Alabama. I was gonna say, homie, their payroll is like.
Even they have a chain now. So listen, that has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with coaching and making a situational turnover. It has nothing to do with the damn chain. The chain had nothing to do with us losing. 1 year the chain had something to do with
No. So I agree.
Absolutely nothing to do with us losing. It had everything
I agree.
It had everything to do with coaching.
But it allows celebration during mediocrity.
We all talking about. Do you know we have been the number one penalized team in college football for 20 plus years?
I love it.
Listen to me. We have been the number one penalized team in the NCAA for 20 plus years.
I know. Trust me, I know.
We got a chain for 5. So what happened the other 20 years before then?
My point is this. You get somebody like Mario Cristobal.
Answer that question for me. So if somebody like Mario Cristobal is that great, right?
We'll see. We don't know.
Listen to me. Why would the fucking turnover chain affect him?
No, I think what he's trying to do is change the precedence of what they consider success. I think what they're trying to say is you shouldn't be happy to get a pick or 2 picks and we still lose the game, or we can't beat Georgia Tech and we're in a dogfight every week. I think what he's trying to say is you're supposed to do that shit.
So
I'm not going to give you something. I'm not going to give you something that you're supposed to do that. That's your job.
I'm supposed to do my job.
If you can't live up to your job, that's on you. I'm going to sit you. I don't need to give you that.
So you know what then? I got one for you. That means he need to be on a game-to-game pay schedule then. Because I guarantee you, all that money he got is up front. If he get fired today, he getting all that money, whether he work for it or not.
Well,
shit. He getting all that fucking money, whether he work for it or not. If he don't do his job, he still gets rewarded. You know what happened if Mario don't do his job? You know what happened if Mario stinks it up and gets fired? You know what happened? He gets paid.
We lose money.
So he gets paid still and gets rewarded because somebody else gonna reward, because somebody else gonna hire.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the completely different thing, and the only reason that the Miami Hurricanes, and the athletic department was even able to justify for the first time in their life putting any money into this, the guy came into it with previous limited success. So now what you're saying is, I understand that we are in a spot we don't feel comfortable no longer taking a risk on somebody trying to achieve success. So they're looking at it like, who can we get? Okay, can we hire anybody that's got national championship rings? No. Who do we get? Oh, Mario, home, Miami guy, won national championships from the city. I'm not saying he's going to be worth the $8 million and all that.
What's the NIL deal then? Because he can't get rid of that.
I focus less on
He can't
NIL
get
deals
rid-
and
he
focus
can't-
more on
he
blocking
can't
and running
get
and
rid-
throwing.
Exactly. So why you focusing on
Can I, tell you,
training?
can I give you my biggest opinion
Yeah, man.
about the chain? The only reason the chain is gone because it's a Manny Diaz idea.
That's right. And he was seen as a player's coach and saw.
Under that era. I don't know if it was actually, I said that one time. No, it wasn't, Coach. It was Blake, whatever. I mean, not Blake. What's his name? Banda. Well, it came under that era. Here's my thing, and I'm just saying this once before, and I say it again. I don't think it was a bad thing. I think if you want to put if you wanted to put some criteria or some parameters around it, it's fine, right? It's something that we started. I mean, it was a straight phenomenon. I mean, from high school to Pee Wee League, everybody had their own emblem.
Everybody.
That was something that was started. And again, like anything else, and this is how I look at logic. Based on the logic of the chain, then we need to eliminate alternate uniforms. We need to eliminate all those things because those become distraction. Let's eliminate the smoke that we run through. We started that. I understand not pulling out the chain when you're down by 21 against Alabama. I'm all for that. I'm not saying we need to pull it out. But what I'm saying is you can't cancel tradition, right? You can't cancel. I don't think you should be able to cancel. Once you create that, like coming out the smoke, once you created that, the next coach, like there's some integrity about it, right? You can't come out and say, we ain't running out the smoke anymore, right? Just like this. If you notice, Alabama doesn't have the alternate uniforms. Maybe that's something that they agreed upon as an institution that says we're not doing that. I don't care. Maybe they do or they don't. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about integrity.
MVP of the game?
Definitely got a belt.
Maybe MVP of every winning game?
Why get rid of the chain?
Got a belt.
Hold on. Tradition.
I know, but hold on. But you have to remember how this created. When you're coaching, and I know where Manny spawned it from because he was technically the head coach of the defense, right? I know defensive coordinator, but he tried to find a way to get a spark. What people don't understand about interceptions, turnovers, takeaways, it changes the whole complexity of the game, right? Average, like I tell people this all the time, let's just take average 15 possessions a game. If I get 3 turnovers a game, I'll now have 18 and you have 12. The odds of me winning the football game are higher, and that helps incentivize it. Now, if you're down by 21 and you get a turnover, you may not be able to get a picture with that chain, and that's still kind of tough. There's a lot of gray area in there, right? But I still think it was something that we created and we can't get rid of, right? It's just like saying we're going to wear our black uniform. That's not our school colors. But yet, think about it. Before the game, everything happens. What happened? Yeah, Miami wearing their black uniforms when they play Florida State this week and yada, yada, yada. I just think if you've created it and it's become part of the culture, look what it did. The fan bases, the T-shirts, the apparel. Like, that's the then you know the moon and stars. Hold on, you know the moon and stars was aligned because the actual jewelry was called a Cuban link. Come on, baby, not a Figaro chain, right? Not the rope chain, but we use the Cuban link. Like that's the heart and soul of the crib, right? The Cuban culture. You know what I mean? So, it's just one of them things, man. That's just
rid of it. You find a way to implement it to the guy. Like you said, you're down by 20 points and you in the fourth quarter and it's 3 minutes left. You don't get that turnover chain out for that's not an impact play. If it's not an impact play, but you don't.
And I'm gonna tell you how the rings came. And I'm gonna tell you how the rings came about. Smiley, I ain't seen Smiley in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about the rings. I'm gonna tell you about the ring. The rings came about because now Manny became the head coach. Now that he became the head coach, guess what? He had to find something for the offense to do. When it was just defense because he was over the defense. But when he became the head coach, it's like, like you get two daughters there, right? You take your one daughter out to go buy new school clothes, and the other daughter just getting hand-me-down when you got enough money for both. That's kind of how it works.
They didn't just pick any ring, though. They picked like the 4-finger rings that the people in Miami wore first. Not even New York wore.
It said they
did it to where it was still built in Miami type shit.
And then that actually fed some money. That's what I hate is when they take away things that Miami businesses eat off of. That's when it kind of affect people who really fuck with the program, bro. Because again, AJ was making fire jewelry for football players and all that shit for a while. But for them to actually to say AJ's Jewelers on fucking national TV made that chain, that is literally a local jewelry guy, Cuban dude, that got like national fame off of that right there, bro. And then you literally saw you got the purse or the fanny pack that the Seminoles got.
Yeah,
again, you see the
it's a tampon holder, dog. It's a tampon holder.
Like them boys really changed how momentum swings go in some instances, bro.
They ain't get rid of that lunch pail from Virginia Tech. I bet you that. As many ass whoopers as they take, they ain't never got rid of that damn lunch pail.
And let me ask y'all this: what if, like you say, we falls outside the perimeter, you down by 21? It happens. It's football. But then let Sebastian rock the chain for the turnover. Like it's a way. It's for the fans. I'm just saying something because I just think it wasn't gimmicky. Like what it was, Cincinnati got the basketball goal and you dunked the thing, or Tennessee got a garbage can. Like they should be fined for that, right? Because it's corny. They should have fined them. You know what I mean? And the coach should lose.
Everybody want to be the you though.
This wasn't a gimmick.
It wasn't necessarily a gimmick. But what it
I'm saying this wasn't. This was for real.
I know.
This was hard
bro, it was brilliant.
For
it
real.
was brilliant. It was a brilliant way to get players fired up. Bro, do you know here's what I tell people about new car smells. They all wear off. So when that thing first came out, them kids fired up. And I don't know this to be true about many staff, but if you don't harp on that stuff in practice and you don't keep it going, bro, think about it. You go out there and buy your brand new Bentley. Bruh, about a month in, you eating French fries in that thing. It's still a Bentley. It's beautiful, cost you a bunch of money. We all done it. You buy a brand new car, you know that new car smell.
Oh yeah.
Man, y'all ain't gonna be tracking no mud. Guess what? As soon as you get one little scratch or a dent or something you forgot about, or you hungry, you on the rush, you eating the fries fall between and it's over. You done gave up on it. So, but you got to keep it going. And that's what happened. I think Manny Diaz thought the chain had more power than it did, saying that because we had the chain, we may not have to harp on turnovers. But turnovers are huge, bro. Like that is a big part of defensive success, dog.
We led
for them to actually be inspired by it.
We led the nation. And
the first year,
turnovers.
That's the point.
And points off and scoring defense.
And then it started doing what? Going down because it got it. You know, because it lost its luster. Because now everybody else want to do it. You know, we didn't play very well. But if you harp on those things, I'm telling you, it's like anything else, right? I remember the first time when I was at Jackson, we were the Jackson Generals. We played Lakeland, right? Chris Rainey and the boys. And they got a cannon. Yeah, they got a cannon over there, right? Cannon about this big. Check this out. When we came out, I never forget the coach say, "Hey, coach, we got this cannon about to go off. Y'all might want to get down." Man, we're like, man, we from the crib. We done heard shots before, right? It shoot a 10 gauge blank. That's what it shoot. Boom. I still got the video. When it goes off, boom, you see how chilly this duck, everybody getting down like what? I called that coach that Monday and found out where he got it from. We went and got us a cannon. It came out of Rhode Island, right? And boy, we went to that first game after the touchdown. Boom. Man, we must have put up about 700 points on people, boy. Because that's all they want to do is hear that cannon go off. You know what I mean? And that's became part of the tradition.
And
this is a personal question, Coach.
Listen, hold on. It became so popular. The ROTC, because them things like $40 for a box of shells, right? For 20 shells. The ROTC dude started because he was in charge of it because they used to do the push-up. Every morning he raised the flag, he fired a dang cannon off. We go to the game, we ain't got no shells left.
Oh shit.
Every morning he do the flag, he doing the flag like this, and they boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, that's not what that was for. Coach,
Military Academy.
What y'all did with Chris Rainey that game? Cause that was
And
that. Hey, that was that boy
that fir-
back
hey,
then, boy.
that
That
fir-
was that
that
boy
first-
back then.
Listen, that was when the Pouncey twins was there. Tiger Tail, Ahmad Black. Let me tell you something. That boy first handoff. That boy hit that inside zone, cut that thing back, and hit the gas. I'm like this. Listen, when I say hit the gas, that boy hit that thing, and we had a safety that wasn't too bad. He got the angle on it, right? I seen Chris Rainey look to the left, like that boy, like mouse button. That took off. Hey, and all I see was that boy was running. When you start losing form when you chasing somebody, that fast,
I tell you what.
This right after a while, my ear like, man, I like he gone, boy. Chris Rainey.
Cause he was one of them original wiggle guys from around here, man.
I got one turnover chain left for sale. I got one, and that I was gonna hold on to. That I got one left. And I'm gonna let it go. This one ain't never going nowhere. I got one left, and I'm gonna
can I tell you something?
I'm gonna auction it off.
I understand why they called it a turnover chain because they had to make it, a national thing. That thing, it's a chunk. It's a chunk.
Exactly. If you from the crib, you know we call it a chunk.
But they had to sell it to the nation, right? You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they brought the cannon back for the University of Miami game. The cannon, I'm glad you brought that up. I was about to say, like, you go to the game now. Oh, yeah. Go to the game now. Every time they score a touchdown, the cannon go off.
So here's the deal. Should we stop shooting the cannon down by 21? I'm just saying, should we stop shooting the cannon?
I can tell you exactly what's that. It's on the fucking visitor side. That left side touchdown down in that fucking corner, and the smoke is in the right side corner.
I mean, it's just so many things with tradition, right? Like you said, the cannon. Should we stop shooting it when we down by 21? Should the band not play the fight song when we score if we down by 21? Like, these are things that are part of the culture.
The best example you used was the smoke, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that smoke is like we identified it. That's like taking the ego away from Auburn. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely started to be identified.
We stopped losing. We take the U off the helmet because Howard Snellenberger put the U on the helmet. We started using losing. Do you take the U off the helmet and go back with a Sebastian, or just put?
Can I tell you something? That was marketing gold too. Yeah. Because what? And you're right, because he used the U for University of Miami, not the M. Most people don't even realize, like, it should have been an M.
It used to be an M on it. It used to be an M on some of the old helmets.
I know. But imagine if a new coach comes and say, well, that U doesn't represent University of Miami. And they come in and change it.
Put my hand across it or something.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with that area?
No.
Why not? Why not? It's not part of.
Listen, when I think of tradition, we talking about symbols and all that, man. I like the old original Sebastian from like the 20s and all that, man.
Oh, snap.
Understandable. But do you take the U off the helmet because the U wasn't on the helmet before?
No. Well, see, he always said that he understood the presence of the U because there was a lot of M's. Michigan, Miami of Ohio, Maryland.
So do you just put Miami on the helmet then? Or put Hurricanes on the helmet then? If a coach came and did that, then what do you do? Well, we're not winning.
They tried to revamp the logo. Remember they came with that couple of times.
That bird on the side.
I'll be honest with you. People, we won't care if they're winning. It won't even matter.
Oh, shit.
No, you ain't going to no damn way.
If they're winning, I don't give a damn what's on that thing.
Listen to me. If you take the U off the side of the helmet, that would be an empty.
Listen. I've always said that our best look right now, I'm not going to lie, our best look right now, and I don't know how everybody feels, but there's something about when they wear those black unis. Like when they usually play Georgia Tech.
Aerial though. That's not that's tradition, but that's not a part of the university.
But back in the day, that all white, boy.
The all white, it was always nasty. And still is nasty.
Used to just have
but aerial. We go
game looking like
we only can go with team colors. Put Miami with an H on the bottom of the helmet, and that's it. And go with orange and green, and white.
I'm just saying, like, and I'm with you guys, right? But I'm just simply saying,
right, man.
Yeah, right. But it got to be a certain size for you could call it that. You can't call it that if it ain't thick enough.
Well, tell you,
can't be coming in no little goal off the roll out the middle of the mall. But
I like everybody when we say dunk, we don't say dunk, we say dunk.
Hey, but y'all remember that 163rd Street Mall? Anyway, my thing is like there's certain things and I just come to realize like we can't have things certain ways. Because I guarantee y'all this: if Jimmy Johnson, right? Let's go back. I just go to Jimmy
people, man.
If Jimmy Johnson came up with that chain, and we had that chain in rotation through Jimmy Johnson, Butch Davis, Dennis Erickson, all these guys, even up to Larry Coker, and now it comes up, it's because it's attached to Manny Diaz. That's the only reason.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it.
Yeah,
and that's
so.
I'm just saying. That's the only reason.
No, I agree totally. And Mario's not going to support that. Mario's like, hey, listen, man, this ain't it.
Actually, you might be wrong, bro, because I heard it ain't going away.
Say it again.
I heard it's not going away.
They're going to find a way to incorporate. Look, they win the ACC. I bet you it's coming out.
No. It might come out the first
thing is,
it might come out the first fucking game.
Are they too prideful to bring it back? Like, even though it's the right thing to do. Like, they too prideful to bring it back? Like, shit, we said it's gone, so it's gone.
From what I'm understanding, it's not gone. And I'm going to leave it at that. From my understanding, it's not gone.
If we can still have it and have a positive effect, I think that's wonderful, man. But we just have to be realistic, like we said earlier. We can't bring it out down by 24.
But, like, for example, right? Ohio State, Michigan, the game. Ohio State whooping Michigan all that time. So you're going to take, you know what, Michigan, y'all ain't even worthy of playing in this doggone thing. Let's go see if we can find Penn State to play in.
No, it's a trophy for that game. It's a trophy for that game, too.
No, but just the setup, right? Just the setup itself. The game is always played last game of the season, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Michigan was been bad, and now they finally got them. There's cycles and rotations in sport. Trust me, y'all. Alabama's going to go down at some point in life, and what are you going to say? You know what I mean?
USC will be back.
USC rotations happen in life. These things are going to happen. Florida State will be back.
Florida State be back.
Yeah. You know, it's what I'm saying is you take traditions away because of no, you don't. Right? Clemson. Right? Hold on, but Clemson run down the hill. Right? Don't they get on the bus and go around and they touch the rock down the hill?
That's why we were bitter about the Orange Bowl, man. That's exactly why we was bitter about the Orange Bowl.
We are not going to.
Ain't no way they was thinking about
that's a bad subject right there.
We were never thinking about tearing down that shit in Pasadena. None of that shit,
bro. For 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we are not about to talk about the OB. I love you, guys. I'm not getting this shit. Listen, it's 8:50. I gotta be working at 5 o'clock in the morning. And we really gonna be shit.
So that means you got 9 hours. You got 9 hours. No?
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate everybody.
The girls already ate and everything, bro. They just took a shower, homework done. You ain't got nothing else to do.
Coach Hayes, for Ariel, for Coach Hayes. For my motherfucking brother, I said, "Hey, Coach Hayes, you gotta put it in." Coach, I need you
I said, "Hey, man, can I tell y'all something right quick before I go?"
I'm trying to get off before you start talking about this.
I gotta tell y'all something.
Let me eat,
man. I'm hurt by Shamar, dog. Let me tell you why. I put my heart and soul in that video, dog. I made 3 videos. I made a Texas A&M video, I made a Miami video, and a Georgia video because I didn't know. I was at work. I uploaded all of them to YouTube under private. And at 1:30, I'm sitting out this open, like I'm ready to press the button for the Miami. Man, that boy grabbed that Miami hat. I almost hit it, but I saw his face. I was like, damn, it's finna go sideways.
Yeah.
And he looked, and then he did like this, and he didn't put the hat on. I was like, oh, hell no. So when he did that, I was like, bam. So I had to switch over, had to change all of the stuff in the description. Man, I had that Batman. Did y'all see the video? If y'all get a chance, go check the Shamar Studio. At least the first 20 seconds. I had the Bane. No, can I play it, Zoe? Hold up. Just the intro, dog. I'm hot. Hold up.
Oh my God.
Just the intro.
Well, at least you got the Citizen Kid, man. You could do a video on the Citizen Kid. He did a good job of trolling.
Y'all gonna be
It'd be all right. Miami beat A&M this year. It'd be all right.
Hold on, I'm finna pull
it.
it.
It ain't about Miami. It's about the hard work he put into the damn video.
I know, but it'll help, damn it.
Tell you.
Hold on, I'm finna pull it up right here.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That thing
I'm about to get that.
All right, here we go. Let me see if I gotta change this dang on thing, man. That job hurt my heart, bro.
I might move all us from the screen and just put you on the screen. Let me see
It ain't gonna be. I ain't gonna be on there. I'm finna move out of the way. Man, I'm talking about when I say I was hurt, cuz. Dang, dog, I was hurt, cuz. All right, let me move this thing over.
I thought he was coming to Miami too.
Huh?
I thought he was gonna choose Miami.
Man, I was hurt, dog. Uh-oh. I got all kind of crap going on. All right, let me get out of the way. Am I up? I can't see myself, so you got it up?
I can see you in the corner. I can see you.
I'm getting out of the way, dog. Y'all check it out, man. Man, check it out. Y'all go see.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. Let's get it.
I'm done, man. Come on.
Wow, dog.
I was hurt, dog.
Joaquin said dominate, and we ain't doing it.
And we ain't doing it.
Damn.
Hold on, here go the best part. Here go the best part. Y'all see me? Here go the best part, dog. Here go the best part. Watch this.
Oh my God.
All right, bro. You go to close of your game, man. One, you already got all of the measurables.
God.
Wait, and you have man. You see me? Great job. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Oh, look
Hold
at
on, watch
that.
this. You get down with Coach watch Boyd's this. doing a great job coaching you, man. I'm seeing you ricochet, using your hands, right? Getting down there, taking the correct angles, not being lazy. Your effort is second to none. I'm loving that as well. All right. And then when you tackle, you run your feet. You run your feet. Come on, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Most big guys I've done, they don't run their feet. They use their weight to drag the guys down. You trying to plant these cats into the earth. My only con I got of your game, I ain't got none, baby. You a Kane. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. You go, Jason. If you a Kane fan like I'm a Kane fan, you super excited about this like I'm super excited about this. You will follow this content that comes on this channel. And Coach Hayes gonna catch you at the 50-yard line in the Hard Rock, baby. Let's get it. I'm loving it, man. Check us out, Rick Ross.
This is crazy, man.
Coach.
I'm pissed off, dog.
Coach,
that's crazy, Coach.
Coach, you put the cart before the horse.
I'm pissed, cuz.
Yo, the Bane was nice. The Bane was nice.
Wow,
that shit was hard as fuck.
Yeah, the Bane was nice.
Hey, damn, Coach.
It's good work, though.
Straight practice, cuz.
Hey, last question, bro, for me. Hey, what y'all think of the Trayvon Citizen kid? Is you think Cody gonna bounce on us or
no? I think
Buddy look like.
I think
he's young. You need him, man. He's young. Yeah, those guys like see here's the thing, right? So Kenya, here's the thing, and this is what's happening. And we talk about evolution of things. You actually just did what everybody's doing. We think somebody gonna leave because that kid gonna be a freshman. This gonna be Cody's second year. Like, because guys come in, they think I'm only be here 3 years. I gotta play right away. If you at a major Power 5 program and you start as a freshman, that program is in dire straits.
Yeah.
Ask Brian Robinson. Ask Brian Robinson from Bama.
Alabama.
You know
Ain't
what?
nobody you didn't see him. You didn't see him until the fourth quarter of last year's national championship. I'm like, who is that big old dude? Oh, he a senior. What? What? He a senior?
Say that.
Like, and that's what's happening. Like these guys, we push them because they feel like, and that's the new thing. Am I gonna come and play right away? Am I gonna go right away? Bro, learn some foot. The
So,
NCAA give you 5 years.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I understand that shit, man.
You
know what? I ain't
You ready to
talking
get off
about
though?
that. I'm getting off, but
I'm jumping off too, man.
It ain't about that, coach. Listen, coach.
He a hater, dog.
Coach.
Hey, good night. Good night, y'all.
Man, you see your last message right there. Say great show, Zoe. That's the one you focus on, man. Fuck all that dumb shit.
Coach.
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah.
They took your Emmy from you, coach.
They did what?
He took your Emmy from you, coach.
Man, it's the same video. It's the Texas A&M version though. I made three different versions.
He took your Emmy though. That was the minor version. But see, everybody else getting the 30 for 30.
Yeah, he green for that.
Everybody else getting 30 for 30. They get 1 hour.
He look green. He look green for that one.
Everybody else get 30 for 30 for 1 hour. Miami get 30 for 30. We get 2 30 for 30s for 2 hours, coach.
I seen the
trailer. That was a 30 for 30. That was a 30 for 30 documentary, coach. And then you came on with the passion. Your head coaching. You went back to head coaching, coach.
Mm-hmm.
You came on with it, and he disappointed you, coach.
That boy done took a knee on me, dog, right at the beginning of the game. Like, coach, I can't go. I got a hangnail. Dang.
And you told him he was perfect too. I ain't got no criticism of your game.
Hey, you okay, baby? Let's go. Oh.
I'm dead. I'm sitting looking at this shit because I thought he had came back on screen. He's like, no, I'm saying when he started talking, I said, I'm dying. I'm dead. And you want the criticism I got in your game?
You know who Jay Murder is?
One criticism I got in your game. One criticism I got in your game. Ain't got no criticism. You okay?
I'm looking like a straight dummy out here, dog.
Hey, coach, you know who Jay Murder is in battle rap? Y'all know who Jay Murder is?
Jay Murder.
Kane just battled Jay Murder, so y'all type that in on YouTube. You know, Kane is the crown
on your platform.
So y'all get a chance. You know, he just battled Jay Murder. Adolph just battled Fonz. Laji just battled C. Bree. Like these all, you know, our boy 242 just battled Money, which is Tay-Rock, one of his up and coming guys. You know what I'm saying? So
is it a guy or a girl?
Say that again.
Tay-Rock, is that one of his up and coming guy or girl, or do we know?
Yeah, one of his up and coming guys named Money. Like he one of the hottest young cats in battle rap. Our guy 242 just battled him, and I'm talking about they went crazy, bro.
Murder Mook said Tay-Rock, you know, said Tay-Rock, he swing that bat a different way.
Man, we whooping these niggas' asses.
You not
That's
hearing
my point. If you want to see Florida or the best in Miami, ass and
Coach, he not
on URL ass.
Coach, he not understanding what I'm saying, Coach. Coach, he lost what I'm saying, Coach.
We dropped the top 10 in Florida. We got 4 on the list, bro.
Murder Mook pulled the paperwork out on Tay-Rock in the transgender thing. I was all talking about. I didn't know if it was a guy. I didn't know who Tay-Rock represent no more. I don't know who Tay-Rock represent no more. He's part of the LGBT.
I'm gonna check it out, man. I'm gonna check it out. Cause I like that stuff, man. I like to see young cats getting it in, finding their passion, doing their thing, man. You know what I mean?
And they ain't breaking their houses no more. They ain't going to jail. Yeah. They branding themselves. You know what I'm saying? They this a part of their life now. Some of them never won nothing in their life, and they a part of this league. And they get a chance to travel. People book them hotels. Pay them the battle, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. So
do y'all battle outside of Florida too?
Say that again.
I said y'all battle outside the state of Florida.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, we got 3 guys on We Go Hard in next month. And that's kind of like the second biggest platform and all that in New York. So
I'm off. What time you work Friday, Kenneth?
Do I work? No, I don't work Friday.
All right, I'm off Friday. We're gonna do a show with that incorporated in Friday. We're gonna do a show with that. You can bring some of the guys on. You can bring some of the guys on Friday, Shake. Bring some of the guys on Friday, Shake. I can't hear you. Your microphone dead. You muted yourself. You muted yourself. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You muted yourself again.
Somebody probably called in, man.
He muted. All right, he not muted.
You
now.
can hear me now?
Hey, Shake. I'm gonna do a show Friday.
Yeah.
I gotta get on for real though. I'm gonna do a show
Okay,
Friday.
say no more. I get behind the
I'm
scenes
gonna do
with
a
you,
show
big bro.
Friday. I give you the time. I'm gonna do a show Friday. Bring some of the guys in. We can represent this local
Okay,
market.
say no more. Hey, Coach Hayes, I appreciate your time, bro, big bro.
Anytime, man. I'm gonna check it out right now. I got some editing to do, man. If we jumping on that class of 23, 22 is done. I ain't done with it. I might take the rest. I'm trying to get ahead of the game. So
don't do that again. Don't get all the way ahead, coach.
No, I'm talking about like guys have already technically committed, man. I tried my hardest, old dog. I'm hurt, dog.
You should have put that video out. You should put that video out yesterday before you committed today.
Nah, I couldn't, dog. I didn't know where it's gonna go. I could have put the
he might.
I wanted it to be. I wanted to be like, because as soon as he committed, I dropped it. Like he committed at 135. I dropped it like 137. Like bomb. It was ready. All I had to do was press from private to public. That's all I had to do, and it would have dropped, man. I ain't gonna lie. He picked that head up.
I don't know yet, but I
head up and did like this, and look, it was talking about y'all. I was like, oh man. Hey, when that boy, I'm gonna tell you what hurt me too. When that boy say, this will always be my home. But when that boy say, y'all just got a defensive coordinator, and I don't trust that, I was like, did you hear that part?
I didn't even watch. I ain't see none of the. I was at work.
I was like, bro, when he picks the head up and he looked, he said, this will always be my home, blah, blah, blah. But then the dude say, man, y'all just got a defensive coordinator and I can't trust that. I was like, damn, Gina. Like that hurt a little bit, bro. But anyway, man, it's all good.
We invest time in these kids. We invest time in these kids too, but the difference between a grown-ass man who feelings is hurt but understand the kid made a decision what was best for him and lets him ride and not somebody who talks shit about this kid for making a decision that's best for him.
You can't, dog.
That's the difference in being a grown-ass man.
That's fandom. That's crazy.
But so we'll talk about it. I gotta get the hell up. You know me and you will go for 3, 4, 5 hours. Coach.
Yeah.
I said I was gonna do an hour, and when you came on, I already knew.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been trying to talk the whole year. Hey, I've been trying to talk the whole year on to see if I can get you to 9:15, but I can't hold you that long. Nah, go ahead, bro. Man, I'll get it, man. Hey, man, I appreciate it. We'll be on Sunday at 6.
Y'all see me on Coach Hayes show sometime this year. Y'all see me in the talk.
We're gonna get it on there, man. Definitely.
Hey, but man, hey, Coach, if you can do Friday, let me know. We're gonna do. Cause I like to have you on with some of them young men to talk to some of them young men.
What time you gonna do it Friday?
I don't know. I'll let you know. I'm gonna look at the schedule. I'm gonna look if anybody coming on, and then I'll let you know exactly. It was
I'm at the slide out because Coach got to act like I got on some skates. I got to get about you, boy.
All right, we're gonna figure it out, though, Coach. All right, man. You be safe.
All right, cool.
Hey, man, I love you guys, man. We up out of here.
All right,